Quality, innovation, respect, and integrity. Take steps to invest in your career. International Management Consultancy is the leading global marketplace for learning and instruction, helping professionals across the industry to develop skills and expertise to get recognition and growth in the corporate world. We are one of the leading training providers and gradually spreading our training facility amongst candidates based at different geographies, such as Canada, United States of America, United Arab Emirates, Saudi, Kuwait, Qatar, Oman, Lebanon, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Vietnam, Philippines, India, and many other countries across the globe. IMC is accredited by the highest industry standards. We put in the efforts and we work to prove our commitment to offering our clients only the best and of superior quality. With a uniquely immersive curriculum that combines live instruction from the leading experts, peer-to-peer collaboration, on-demand lessons, unlimited online trainings, and 24/7 learning support. IMC helps over thousands of professionals learn their skills needed to advance their careers and reach their full potential. In line with our commitment to excellence, IMC offers a number of training courses preparing professionals for certifications and exams given by the international associations in areas like management, finance and accounting, human resources, sales and marketing, quality administration, and as well as project management. By fully attending these courses and successfully completing the requirements of the certifying body, participants will receive a special certificate which recognizes their dedication and commitment and in many cases help them earn valuable continuing education credit. IMC Consultants has been working together with their clients from various industries in aligning their people and processes to compete through high speed, excellent quality, and low cost. We strongly believe that the key to our success is our total commitment in delivering value to our clients based on integrity, honesty, and openness. If you are uncertain about which roles or skills are best for you, hurry! Come visit our website or talk to our expert education consultants today. Take a step, invest in your future, empower your knowledge, and be one of our success stories. International Management Consultancy, excellence is what we deliver.
Hello everyone, good evening. I hope everyone is doing good.
Hi, good evening.
You are in a good health.
Yeah,
Okay, great, great. Hi, this is Pankaj, and I'm going to be your trainer, facilitator, captain for this journey, for this flight of Lean and Six Sigma. All right, guys. So we'll take few minutes to get introduced to the concept what Lean and Six Sigma is, to introduce to the class, to introduce to the course what we are going to cover, and then we'll start our journey. All right. So I will be marking your attendance as well at the same time for all these people, whomsoever is present today here, one by one, as per the list what I have. I have just listed down all these names based on the people available. Some of the name I missed in hurry. I will be adding in between as well. So same time we'll have the introduction. I would expect you people to just tell me what kind of industry you are working, what is your role in this industry, so that I can create the relevant example will be useful for all of you people. That's the objective, so that I can understand your profile as well, will help me to take the right example in the right pace. And the same time, I would expect you people to ask as many questions as you have, so that you will get the clarity of each and every concept. Starting from me, my name is Pankaj Chauhan. I'm a master black belt, more than 2 decades, nearly 2 decades of experience in industry, where I worked in IT, ITS, and manufacturing, almost all functions and domain. Other than this, by qualification, basic qualification, I'm an engineer, chemical engineer, followed by MBA, couple of other certification like as PMP. I hold data science, data engineering, strategic management, MBA, and so on. That's all. I will be keep telling you in between. Okay, so that's a bit about me. We'll be discussing in between as well. I will be keep informing you what are the other qualification I do have or other skills I do have. So we'll start first with Mr. Ajit Singh. I would request you people, if you are comfortable, be on the camera, please, at least when you are speaking, at least in the introduction. This is my minimum expectation. Below that, I won't go. Okay, at least for introduction part, you please be on camera so that I can see you. Anyway, I will be on my camera only so that other people can also see you. So Ajit, yes, sir. Can we start with you first, if you're there?
good evening, sir.
Ajit, your voice
Hello.
is breaking. Yes, please.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Yes, sir. Actually, I'm currently driving, so I can't be able to come on video call.
Okay.
So
Drive safe.
I would no, no, but I am on Bluetooth. That's why I can
Okay.
speak while driving.
All right. So your voice is breaking. Maybe once you stop driving, once you reach home connected to the proper network, we can speak that time. All right. Your voice is
Okay,
breaking
sir.
as
Okay.
well. Hmm? Okay, no problem. Thank you so
Okay.
much. Uh, Chase is on. You there? Hello. I can't hear you. Chase is on. Could not hear you. I'm not sure whether you are on mute or not. Okay. All right, but I will be marking you present. Maybe once you are audible, then you can please just speak and introduce. Dev Senapati, you there? Dev Senapati.
Hi,
Hello.
my name is Deva Senapati. So I'm a food technologist by profession. I work as a quality assurance and R&D manager in a company here in Indore. I have around 3 years of experience.
All right. Yes, please. So what is your expectation? What is your current understanding?
So I wanted to introduce some quality standards in my company. So I thought, Six Sigma would be a better option to understand further.
Okay. So you have any previous experience in industry? Means
I have
Six Sigma related.
no, nothing.
Okay. So you are working in the food industry only.
Correct, yes.
Okay, okay, got it. Indore, Dabur, okay. Okay, great. Thank you so much. So what is your expectation, specific expectations, if you have any from this program? Because when you enrolled, definitely you heard about Lean and Six Sigma. You must have spoken to your friends and all.
Yeah. So yeah, my basic thing is to understand quality better and to improve the manufacturing practices in the company.
Okay, fair. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Dev Shanapati.
Thank you so much.
Deepak, you there? Deepak?
Good evening, sir. Good
Hey,
evening.
good evening. Good evening, Deepak.
Yes, sir. I'm in banking industry.
Okay.
More than 10 years in back office operations. At present, my department is internal controls.
Okay.
Back office. So, my brother is also actually before me here joined IMC the same course with Shashi sir's class.
Okay.
And I got inspired and I got your class, and I read that you are from also you have background in banking and finance. So I specifically choose your class
Okay.
and preferred. And I thought I don't know much about Six Sigma. I just gone through the video of Lean, and I would like to know how this can be applied in my field, banking, back office operations. So
okay.
And it will definitely add into my added advantage in my present profiles. That the my aim is to learn.
Okay, sure, definitely. I can just assure you that I won't disappoint you.
Thank you, sir.
I will be taking example from the banking and all as well. But guys, just for everyone, whenever you feel that this example may not be relevant to you or you are not understanding, please ask me immediately. And I generate some different example that is for particular concept is related to your industry as well. Right? Please ask for that. Thank you so much. Thank you, Deepak. Great. Erin Koek.
Hi, good evening. I'm based in Malaysia. I'm in the
Erin.
healthcare industry. So basically, I'm the senior country manager for India and Southeast Asia region. So the reason why I am joining this Six Sigma course is also it's actually one of my bucket lists to complete the Lean Six Sigma Black Belt to help in the commercial operations of my site. So basically, my expertise is to usually set up the commercial operation from ground zero and to company operations to the right revenue. And I think Lean Six Sigma will provide more insights for me to improvise my current skill. Thank you.
Yes, definitely. Thank you, Erin. All right, Fahad, you there? Fahad? Fahad is not speaking. Hassan?
Good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes, Hassan. Hi, I can hear you.
Hi, my name is Hassan Al-Hakim. I'm a respiratory therapist science. I work in the healthcare industry. I held several positions before. Now I'm in the quality, patient safety, specialized in risk management. My aim is to simplify the healthcare process and operation as much as possible, to make it safer and more appealing to the patient and for the visitors. That's one of the reasons that I'm here in this course.
Okay, okay. All right, great. So you are working, you was healthcare industry as in quality, part of the quality team. Fantastic.
Yes, exactly.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Hassan. Hussein Alkaf, you there?
Yes, hello, can you hear me?
Hey, Hussein.
Hi, good evening, everyone. So I work in the healthcare industry. I've been working the past year as a continuous improvement specialist. So basically, I live, breathe the Lean Six Sigma. So before I came, my work used to do the Lean, which is the PDCA or
Mm-hmm.
PDSA. Currently, they're doing the Lean Six Sigma, which is the MIC as well. So I don't want to, spoil anyone's idea before you do. So um, basically, what I'm looking to gain from this course is that so I've been working on the Lean Six Sigma, but I don't have the certification for it. So I
Okay.
have a rough idea. I've been supporting in most projects that have been coming through our department. So getting the
Okay.
certification is another part of it. And I'm not gonna lie, I
Fantastic.
didn't know who you were before this, so I'm looking to learn more from you, Mr.
Sure, sure. So definitely there must be something that we will learn from you as well.
Thank you.
Hmm? Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Imran, are you there?
Yeah.
Imran? Yeah, Imran.
Am I audible?
Yes. Would you mind to come on
Yeah.
camera at least?
I'm so sorry, but I think there's some technical problem with the camera, so that's why
Ah,
I tried, but it didn't happen.
okay.
Hi, Pankaj.
Hello.
Good evening to everyone. And my name is Imran Khan. I have total 12 to 14 years of experience in healthcare industry, US healthcare.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, as I think Erin said that she said that it's in her bucket list about the Lean Six Sigma to be certified as a Six Sigma black belt. Really, actually, even I was thinking the same some years back. It was in my bucket list also.
Mm-hmm.
But when I joined this thing as a HCL as a manager, I think business manager. It is I don't know exactly, but the thing is, I joined as a business analyst, and they gave me a role of business manager. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
As it is mentioned now, it's a manager. So I think Six Sigma is Lean Six Sigma is a quite a good option to enhance career and to be certified and in monetary purpose also. Actually, I want to beautify my profile. So that's why because wherever I am looking, if I'm during my job searching, when I say when I was searching the job for good companies, they are looking for the certification, Six Sigma certification, MP certification. So even PMP is also inviting, so maybe inshallah I will do that. But right now I want to do this in a very proper way. I don't know what I will do with this, but definitely I want to learn more and more so that maybe I have learned something, but not in this terminology. But I want to use this in a better terminology, and I can say that okay, I am certified. So let's see how this journey will go on with all of you guys, and thank you very much for this opportunity.
Thank you so much, Imran. Thank you so much. So you are based out of Noida location or some different location of HCL?
I'm in Maharashtra,
Okay.
near
All right.
Nagpur.
Okay, great. Okay, thank you so much. And Jen, you there?
Hello.
Hey, Jen.
Yeah, hello. My name is Jean. I'm from the Philippines, but currently I'm working here in Oman in
Okay.
aviation industry, and I work in quality assurance department.
Okay.
Yes.
So any
So,
learning before previous understanding about Lean Six Sigma?
so previously I was a head in quality assurance department in a manufacturing industry,
Okay.
and recently I gained much more interest on what is what is the situation in the industry at this time, and I learned about Six Sigma and stuff like that, to which I wasn't really familiar with before, and so I took interest, and here I am. Taking the
Okay, great. Thank you. Thanks so much, Jenny. Thank you so much. We can go to the Jihad Kaki.
Yes, good morning, afternoon, night for everyone. How's everything?
Hey, yeah, thank you so much. Everything is going good.
Okay, my name is Jihad Kaki. I'm commercial learning and development for KSA. I'm working for one of the international chain, Saudi Arabia. Maybe you will surprised to know that I'm from hospitality industry, actually, more than 20 years in hospitality industry. I don't know that much about Six Sigma, but I get some information and some few things about as it's a management techniques, just to improve the business process. Actually, it's a curiosity just for me to know more about it as a trainer and how it can help me in my work. If I will discover this with you and all the team, I'm really happy to be here with you.
Sure, definitely. Thank you so much, Jihad. And definitely I will be telling you that whenever, say, as I was asking, in case you are not understanding any example, please ask me specific so that I can create the example related to your industry or profile. You will understand.
Thank you very much.
Definitely. Thank you. Thank you so much, Jihad. Joe, you there?
Hi, good evening.
Hello,
good
good
day,
evening,
everyone. I'm Joanne Magdaraog. I'm from Philippines, and I work in the IT and business process outsourcing industry as a HR head for about 10 years now. And I joined this class to be able to learn the Six Sigma way of doing things and also apply the knowledge in my current work.
Okay. Thank you. So any previous knowledge you have about Lean in Six Sigma, Joe?
No, I don't have.
Okay. All right. No problem. You will be learning. We are learning from the scratch. I'll start from the very, very basic. Thank you. Thank you so much, Joe.
Thank you.
Manisit, you there?
Yes, I'm here. Am I audible?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, great. So hi Pankaj, hi everyone. This is Manisit and I am from healthcare industry as well as many of you. And I work as a process specialist in Novartis. And I have been in the vicinity of Lean Six Sigma because I have been assisting the global process owners with their Lean review sessions and all. However, I do not have any certificate to show for the learnings that I have amassed. So I just want to, gain the learning as well as clear my concepts as to how I can implement this knowledge in a more practical way in quality, operations, manufacturing, in all the domains that I'm touching upon. So yeah.
Okay, so but I heard that Novartis, they use design thinking. They use less of Lean Six Sigma.
Yes, they do. We use design thinking, but actually in the program that I'm part of, and that program is basically a mapping of and designing of processes, existing processes, and then transferring them in the 2B stages.
Okay,
and
so
in
you
between
are
the review sessions happen. Yeah.
So you are part of Hyderabad office, huh?
Yes, I'm part of Hyderabad office.
Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you so much, Manisit.
No
All
problem.
right. Manpreet Singh, you there?
Yeah, I'm there. Hi, good evening to Pankaj and the other participants.
Hello, Manpreet.
I'm working with Adobe.
Okay.
Though it is a software-based company, but I take care of the security systems. This is pan-India role, and I have been there for 3 years, but my total experience is 21 years into the same domain. So it's security, safety and security.
Oh, safety and security, not securities. Okay.
Yeah, safety and security, which is in demand right now.
Okay.
So it's basically building management, anything and everything related to the safety of the employees within the campus. So that is my current role. And what I am seeing, what I'm expecting is, what I see is that this role basically will train me to implant the changes that are expected by the company in much more better way, what I'm doing, because it is more over process oriented. What we are doing probably is right, but not as per the SOPs, which MNCs expect. So that is why I opted for this.
Right. Okay, great. So yes, I will try to create as much as example of the safety as well, Manpreet, but please ask me whenever you feel that you are disconnected with the example or the concept, please keep asking the questions.
Sure.
So you are based out of Noida office, huh?
I take care of Pan India role. They have
Pan India role.
campuses in Bangalore also, in Noida
Right.
also. So I take care of Pan India, based
Sure.
out at Delhi.
Okay, Delhi. Perfect. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you, Manpreet. Mohammed Al Sayed, you there?
Yeah, hello. Good evening,
Hi.
everyone.
Good
My name
evening.
is Mohammed. I'm actually from the aviation industry, working as a material planning, as a material planner. However, I have just a basic knowledge of the Six Sigma, and that's why I'm intended to attend and learn more about it, since it's an important tool for companies' improvements and as well process improvements.
Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
Thank you.
as such, any previous knowledge for Lean and Six Sigma?
With Six Sigma, no.
No. Okay. All right.
However,
No problem.
I'm coming from my university degree. It's in industrial engineering. However, I have many certifications in different specialties, such as health and safety, quality management systems, environmental engineering. So it's in different kind of specialties.
Okay, great, Mohammed. All right,
Thank you.
thank you so much. Mona Alwati, you there?
Yes, I'm here. Hi, good evening,
Hello.
everyone.
Good evening.
My name is Manal Lawati. I'm from Oman. I work in the waste management industry. I am currently the corporate agility manager, which looks into the continuous improvement of the organization as well as customer experience. So a lot of the process management is with me currently. So I do have background in Lean Six Sigma. I'm already Green Belt certified, to be honest. I just thought of taking the master class as a refresher for me with the Green Belt so I can continue with my black belts. Lately, I've been assigned a big project in relation to reviewing the tenders, procurements, and contract processes within the organization and reduce the waste with them. So I thought of it would be a great opportunity to start my black belt and actually apply it as part of my project, still considering that. If I had the time to do it according to that. So yeah, that's where I come from. My basic training, my background comes from, I was section head business intelligence before my current job. And before that, I was section head of corporate performance and strategic planning. So my background is in that. I hold a master's degree in corporate communications and public relations as well. Hence, I was assigned because I had some of the corporate performance strategic planning. So I did a lot of the processes as well. And then my communication background to deal with the customer experience as well.
Fantastic. So much of diverse background you have.
I know I changed my business area so many times. I can't settle in one place.
But this is really good when you are having such a versatile experience. So it's always easy for you to cope up with any of the new role or any of the new profile. It's very easy for the people who are. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much, Mona Alwati. Thank you so much. Nadia, you there?
Yes, hi.
Hello.
This is Nadia. I am from United Arab Emirates and I am patient guest officer. So my industry is the healthcare. I work in Mubadala Health and the role in operation.
Okay.
I hold a PhD in linguistics and especially teaching Arabic to non-Arabic people. I am a candidate to take a higher position for patient guest manager. So one of the criteria to take the Six Sigma belt, and one of them is the black belt. Actually, I don't know anything about Six Sigma, and but I Googled it and I found this academy, and I'm so lucky that they have started today.
Wow.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
So today only you Google it, huh?
Yes.
Okay. Wow. That's called the customer response, immediate. Just in time. Okay. We'll be discussing. Thank you. Thank you so much, Nadia. Thank you. Prithvi, you there? Prithvi
Hello.
Arvind? Hi.
Hi. Hi, everyone. I'm Prithvi. I'm an architect and I work in the construction industry. And I've held positions of an assistant project manager, and I'm currently trying to apply for a PM role. And a lot of companies require Six Sigma as one of their requirements. And basically, I have like 5 years of experience working on public infrastructure projects, and looking to take as many skills that I can use in the construction industry and like avoid waste, things like that.
Okay, fantastic. So you have any previous experience in Lean and Six Sigma? No, nil.
No experience, just basic introduction for some assignments in school long back.
All right, no problem. We are going to learn in detail. No need to worry. Thank you. Thank you so much, Prithvi. Saket Sharma.
Yeah, hi Pankaj. Good evening,
Hello.
everyone.
Good evening.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, very well.
Okay. I'm from India, and I am from ITS industry, taking care of pan-India operations. I have in total I have 16 years of experience in multiple industries. I was with the education industry as well, software industry as well. So, and to be very honest, I've done my green belt certification in my starting of my career. I've learned a lot of things from Six Sigma green belt. Actually, that gave me a different direction of my thoughts, because one thing, Pankaj, I would definitely say that we keep on doing a lot of things, we keep on working on a lot of projects, but one thing which is a key point of Six Sigma is to remove the waste. And definitely provide benefits to the business. So that was the eye of thought that I've got. Expectation from this session is like just want to refresh, because it's been long that I've been not in touch with Six Sigma. So though it's a part of my day-to-day routine, but scientifically I'm not doing it. So just want to refresh all those things and getting back into the same mode.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but yes, you have experience in Lean Six Sigma. That's a good part, and it will be easy for you to understand the concept. Actually, it will be very easy if you have heard about something and you have an interest in that. So main part is the interest of the people. When you have a real interest, that means it's easy for you to learn.
Yeah, that's true.
Great. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you, Saket. Sini, you there? Sini Samuel.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Pankaj. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening. Hello, Sini.
Yeah, I'm Sini. I'm working in healthcare management, in revenue cycle management, especially as a clinical coder in Dubai.
Okay.
I hope it will help me in improve the quality and also eliminate the errors and defects in the process flow.
Yes,
Also,
absolutely.
I hope it will help to open some opportunities for the advancement in my career.
Okay.
I'm new to Lean Sigma, so I want to learn and improve.
Okay, so you don't have any previous experience about Lean Six
No.
Sigma?
No.
Okay. Okay, no problem. We'll be learning from the starting only.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much, Sini. All right, so Sonam Kathuria, you there? Sonam, I could not hear you. Are you speaking? Your voice is too low. Sonam, I could not hear you. Yes, please. Your voice is really low. Okay, you can check the setting and then we'll come back, Sonam. Okay, thank you so much. Sanjay Patnaik. Hello, Sanjay.
Can you hear me?
Yes, very well. Can.
Uh, good evening, Pankaj sir, and good
Hello.
evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Everyone. Yeah, myself Sanjay Patnaik, and basically I am West Bengal, India, and my current I have a 20 years experience in the manufacturing industry. Basically, I am electrical engineer. I am now present in semiconductor industry as a plant maintenance head. I have a but our organization not follow Six Sigma level. My main motto: how acquire from you and learn from Six Sigma to implement in our manufacturing industry, and show that company not think never before, and also based on that also improve my professional career also.
Okay.
And how to bring down the breakdown and rejection, how to decrease the rejection, improve the quality, and also increase the throughput also, how to implement in our manufacturing industry. Basically, I am now semiconductor industry. The semiconductor.
Okay.
Previously, I'm working in the battery and pharmaceutical also.
Okay. So now you joined the semiconductor industry. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Sanjay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Shruti, you there?
Hi,
Hello.
Pankaj. Extremely sorry to point out my name and surname both are incorrectly spelled.
Oh, I'm really very sorry. It's
No problem.
SHRUTI?
SHRUTI, yes.
Shruti, and the surname is?
SATD
SATD
EVE.
EVE. Okay, Shruti Satdev.
Right, that's right. So,
Okay.
hi everyone. Good evening. I am basically into IT and IT consulting. That's the industry, and I'm an associate consultant over there. As for my experience, I have 11 months of experience, and the reason why I wanted to learn about Six Sigma is because my role basically wants me to deal with a lot of clients from different domains. And my current job profile requires me to be very up to date, and my team is business process focused. So the entire time I'm supposed to talk about how I can improve their business, my client's business, right? So Six Sigma is something that would help me in a long way. Also, all of the people around me are Six Sigma certified. So the level of conversation they have is
Okay.
far beyond what I can match.
Okay, so peer pressure is not there, I hope.
Not really. I mean, I just wanted to be just at par with them.
Okay, great. All right. So you are into different kind of consulting, not exactly into the Lean and Six Sigma consulting, but yes, you wanted to upgrade yourself in the Lean and Six Sigma as well, so that this is the another board for you to ride.
Right. So I basically could be dealing with business process. I could be dealing with their IT issues. I could be dealing with everything. So it's 360. So I just have to be up to date all the time.
Okay, fantastic. All right. So definitely. So I will not disappoint you again. I wanted to call again because people are coming from the different industry, from the different profiles. So I will be taking a lot of examples from your industry as well. But again, one request from you people, please participate in the discussion and ask the question in case you are not understanding. Don't hesitate asking me anything. I will be answering each and every question. I'll say I won't disappoint you about the learning.
Thank you so much for that.
Thank you. Thank you, Shruti. Somebody name appears as in TSI. What is your full name, Mr. If you can tell me.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, good evening, Pankaj.
Good evening.
I'm Chi. I just logged in a different name because I am trying to gain audio access or audio control. I do not have it in my laptop, so that's why I connected via my mobile.
So that was your name only, TSI, which I can delete now.
Yes, yes.
Thank you, Chi. Yes, please continue.
Yes. Hi, good evening, everyone. So I'm Chi. I'm from the Philippines. Currently I'm in the logistics industry.
Okay.
And my role in the company is as a in service quality, doing processes. So that's the main reason why I wanted to enroll in this class, so to learn and be able to use my learnings to improve our service quality and processes.
Okay, so you are currently based out of Philippines only?
Yes.
Okay, Metro Manila.
Actually in Cavite, near Metro Manila.
Okay, got it. All right. I lived in Philippines as well for a couple of years. I worked there in Metro Manila. I worked in Cebu. These are the two major cities in the Metro Manila. Most of the offices, especially what is do we call that, the Manila Bay, where my office was.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Beautiful country, beautiful beaches, beautiful people. Thank you so much, Chi. Well,
thank you.
Okay, thank you. Walid Imtiaz, you there? Walid Imtiaz? No. Yogendra Singh, are you there?
Hi. Hi, Pankaj.
Hello.
Yeah, Wahid, you can go ahead.
This is Walid. Actually, I was muted. I did not know.
No problem. Please continue. Walid, please continue. Walid, I could not hear you. I'm not sure what happened. Hello.
So till the time Walid will fix the problem. So this is Yogendra Singh, Pankaj.
Yes,
Good
please
evening,
continue.
everyone. My name is Yogendra Singh and I am from India, Delhi. Though I'm taking care of Tech Mahindra operations for e-commerce in Chandigarh as a senior operation manager, and I'm taking care of the site. And I am into BPO ITs, sales, pre-sales, customer success, customer service, upsell, collections, first party collection, third party collection. So I worked in various processes and various partners. The current one is Flipkart. So previous one is a software company, and before that it was Amazon. So I worked with lots of giants in different industry. Let's say some name like Amazon, Flipkart, and we can say JP Morgan Chase, Amex, lots of card collections. And that's why being in I want to learn not only Six Sigma theories, but again PMP as well, so that I will able to enhance the revenue for my company more. Though I have been working on revenues and finances along with customer service, the high rate of customer satisfactions, and that's why like Sigma, because I have to identify the defect and how to resolve and improve the process while using different theories. So that's my first agenda, and then PMP, so that PMP would help me to enhance the skill set further. I'm so sorry for the background noise.
No problem. That's absolutely fine. So you have such a versatile industry experience and so many profiles you are handling. So one man army, I can call you. Huh?
Yeah, currently handling around 1,200 people. So with lots of senior managers, and my current position is senior manager. Though I'm working as a AVP.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you so much.
कुछ मत बोलना, कोई कुछ मत बोलना, एकदम गलत टाइम पे आए हो तुम लोग।
नहीं धीमान, हम सही टाइम पे अब आप बोल सकते हैं।
अरे, was I audible?
Yes, you are. Please
Actually,
continue.
my roommates just entered the room, and I thought that I am mute at the moment. Okay.
Okay.
Sorry for that.
No
So currently, I am working as a project manager in a construction industry, actually. But for past 4 years, I have been working in the manufacturing industry. 2 years in quality department, and 2 years I was leading production and quality both.
Okay.
So as far as Six Sigma goes, as an engineer, for me Six Sigma was 6 times standard deviation. Okay, but then being quality in part of quality department, I was already implementing Six Sigma in bits and pieces like 5Y, 5S, FMEA, APQP. I was doing all these things, but I didn't knew that it falls into a broader concept, which is Lean and Six Sigma.
Okay.
So when I came to know about this, I did a certification course from Allison in Yellow Belt, and now I'm here to upgrade myself to Green and Black Belt.
Okay. All right. So I hope you should have a good understanding then about the Lean and Six Sigma.
Yes, quite a bit.
Okay, great. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much, Dhiman. Thank you. Ali Amin, you there? Ali Amin?
Yes, sir.
Yes, please.
Good evening. Good evening. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
I am Ali Amin. I am working as a financial consultant, accounting expert in Ministry of Justice, and expert in Oman Commercial Arbitration Center.
Okay.
I'm studying DBA, Business Administration. All my knowledge about Six Sigma is not enough. It will help me to get more best position in wide world. That's all. Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks.
So no previous knowledge or experience about Lean and Six Sigma, right?
No, actually no.
Okay. No problem. We'll be learning from the basic. We'll be learning from the scratch. All right. Shabnam Savir, you there?
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Good evening. Hi.
Good evening.
I am a medical coding officer working in a hospital in Ajman, NARCM. So I just want to advance my career into next level. So it's like want to know about quality, how we can improve revenue. So after searching so many things, I got this course. So I'm just new to it.
Okay, no problem.
So
all right. Thank you. Thank you so much, Shabnam. Rajesh CR, you there?
Hi, good evening, Pankaj.
Hello.
Hi, all. Hi. So my name is Rajesh. So I'm from India and currently located in Abu Dhabi in UAE.
Okay.
And I'm working in an I'm an hospitality. My background is from hospitality industry, and currently I'm working in an government office here in Abu Dhabi in their hospitality services. And actually, the company is a support services company which provides the business support services to its mother companies. So I'm working as a specialist in office support services, and I'm part of the governance team in our office. So I feel that it's important for me to gain knowledge, improve my managerial skills, and to understand more about the quality systems, and also that is the main reason I opted for this course. And I hope that by completing this course, I'll be able to learn more about the quality management and also the governance of an organization.
Sure. So you do not have any previous knowledge, Pratish, right? Sorry, Rajesh. Okay.
Yeah, I don't.
All right. No problem. No problem. Pratish Patnaik, you there, sir?
Yeah, good evening, everyone. This is
Hello.
Pratish Patnaik. Hello.
Yes, please continue.
This is Pratish Patnaik. I have 10 years of experience in facility management and real estate division. So
Okay.
currently I'm working for JLL India and working for JP Morgan Chase Hyderabad office. So I have experience in facilities. I have worked with American Express and Bank of America and Synopsys India. So this is so I was earlier used to work for in Gurgaon, Delhi, NCR. Just recently shifted to Hyderabad. It's been a year now. So I want to learn. I have actually no knowledge on Six Sigma, but I was hearing that it's good to develop the management skills. It helps in understanding and mitigate risk and everything. So I have thought to enhance my skill set on this. So
Okay. Great.
that's
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Pratish. Walid, yes, we can go.
Yeah. Hi, Pankaj. Hello,
Hello.
everyone.
Hello.
Sorry about the network issue. Actually, I'm traveling back from work, so
Okay. No problem. Please continue.
anyway, basically I'm from India and I'm currently working in Saudi Arabia in a Pfizer pharmaceutical company as a production supervisor.
Okay.
I have done masters in engineering, and the reason why I want to learn for Six Sigma is this year it's my semester goal to reduce, to increase the production activity, to production output. So for this, I need to know like how to reduce waste and everything, and root cause. And sometimes we face deviation, some problems. So I don't have any much knowledge about Six Sigma, just the basic M1 training I did.
Okay.
So I thought that this would be really, really good for me to upgrade myself.
Yes, sure. Definitely. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much, Walid.
Thank you.
Prashant, can we go next, please? You there?
Hi.
Hello.
Good evening, Mr. Pankaj and everyone. I am Prashant Hatti. Basically, I have around 18 years of experience in multiple industries and multiple roles. I basically come from banking and IT industry.
Okay.
And I work with sales, business development, and project management, risk analysis, and operations management. And presently, I'm in India. My most of experience comes from Middle East. Currently, I'm in India as I lost my job in Dubai. And I'm trying to utilize my free time, trying to add on my skill sets and certifications, trying to utilize my free time, and to be ready for the future assignments.
Sure, definitely. All the very best for the future assignment. And yes, Six Sigma. I'm sure this will help you utilizing
Thank you so
time.
much.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm hoping so. Yeah.
Thank you so much. All right. So Ajit Singh, you there? Can we go if you're there? Ajit Singh, can you hear me?
Hi, Mr. Pankaj. This is Mohammed.
Hello.
I think you have missed my name from the list.
Yes, I will be adding that.
Thank you so much. So my name is Mohammed. I'm glad to be in this group. I have been working in different industries, e-commerce, fast food, which is food and beverage. I have also worked in logistics. So usually I handle projects, process improvement, project management, and service quality improvement. So that's basically my focus. So I have knowledge of total quality management. I read about all the different quality methodologies. I think learning Six Sigma as a certification would be really ideal for the market I'm working in.
Yes, definitely. So you told me, if I'm written right, you are from the logistic industry currently, huh?
Currently, I'm doing two things, logistics and e-commerce.
Okay, logistics.
So,
okay.
Yes, I'm a consultant for e-commerce and senior operation director for logistics.
Logistics. Okay, great, great. Thank you. Thank you so much, Mohammed Ajak. Great. Ajit, you there?
Yes, sir. Hello.
Yes, please.
I'm Ajit Singh, working in the pump industry. Basically,
Okay.
my company is DMW Corporation, which is subsidiary of a Japanese company. In there, I work in the quality control department.
Okay.
My main role is to work at the vendor end for quality control and vendor quality development.
Okay. All right. So you have any understanding of Lean Six Sigma before?
Actually, this is the first time I'm having the introduction about Six Sigma.
Okay. All right.
Yes, sir.
No problem. Thank you. Thank you so much, Ajit.
Thank you. Thank you.
Fahad, you there?
Yes, sir.
Yes, please.
Yes, I'm working in a woodwork manufacturing company, and
Okay.
I'm working as a quality engineer.
Okay, great.
And this is the first time I don't know about anything
Oh.
regarding this Lean Sigma.
Oh, all right. So you are going to learn from the start. No problem. We'll be starting from the
Yes.
scratch only. Great. Sonam, you there?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, very well, Sonam. Thank you.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Hi, Pankaj.
Hello.
I am Sonam, and I have a total 10 years of experience in healthcare industry. So I am working as a senior analyst. So I'm looking for this course to establish my quality team further, as
Okay.
I'm going to have one team under. So I'm looking this course. I hope it will help me in further establishing my team.
Sure, definitely. Definitely, Sonam, it will help you. I can assure you it will help you.
Thank you so
Okay,
much.
great, great. Great. Thank you so much, guys. So may I know whose name, maybe people who joined late when I was taking the count and your name doesn't appear, you did not introduce. So because this is important, I will be uploading this attendance into the portal. So can you just call and I can update here?
Hi, Pankaj.
Hey. Yes, please continue.
This is Naliza Enriquez.
Yes, Naliza.
So I work in the BPO industry in the quality team, and I wanted to implement a continuous improvement process that will be compatible to the clients that I'm handling right now and to the clients that I will be handling in the future. And I thought that Six Sigma will be helpful in that aspect. I have heard from my leaders about Six Sigma, but I don't really have a working knowledge of it. So that's why I joined this class.
Okay. No, sorry, Naliza, I just missed. What is your industry? Healthcare.
Call center, BPO.
Okay, BPO. All right, got it. And you are from Philippines?
I am from the Philippines, but I'm currently based in the US.
Okay, you are based out of US. Great. Okay, thank you so much, Naliza. All right, so who left, guys?
Hello, sir.
Hello.
This is Isam Al-Balushi. I think my name is not registered because I have changed the last minute. I'm currently working as a retail manager for Bank of Beirut and Oman branches. So basically, I don't have any knowledge about Six Sigma. I had some courses about the basics. So that's why I've joined the course.
Okay. Sir, can you spell your name, please?
It's ISAM.
Okay.
Al-Balushi. BALUSHI.
All right. Isam Balochi. Thank you so much.
No
So
problem.
you have any understanding about Lean Six Sigma before, Isam?
I had some courses which were online, unfortunately. It gave me a general idea about Six Sigma. That's why I have joined this course to get, like what you say, officially certified.
Okay, great. Great. Thank you. Thank you, Isam.
Thank you.
Okay. Is there anyone else, guys?
Yeah, hi Pankaj sir.
Hello.
This side Jayanti.
Hey,
So
Jayanti.
I'm a part of operations, investment banking role currently. So I wanted to change my domain, and that's why I have opted for this course. So in my organization, I belong to Bank of America, Gurgaon branch.
Okay.
So in my organization, internally training was given to us about the Lean and Six Sigma. So I'm
Right.
only aware about the basics of it. So
Yeah.
I just want to enhance my knowledge for more opportunity. That's why
Yeah,
I have
but
joined this course.
I remember Bank of America, they have the internal Lean Six Sigma Green Belt program as well. They do
Yeah, correct.
training.
Correct.
Okay.
But till now it's not going on. So it will take some more time to be conducted. So I thought to join it from IMC.
Okay.
And also I'll get, international recognition. So it's also one of the reasons to join this course.
Okay, great. All right, no problem. Thank you so much, Jayanti, for joining. Is there anyone else, guys, who left? Guys, anyone else? No? All done. All right, great. Yes, Manpreet ji, you wanted to say something? You raised your hand? Voice is not coming. Could not hear you, sir. Voice is too low.
Is I'm audible now?
Yes, now it's much better.
See, we means me myself is certified green belt, but that is particularly for the domain I was handling 10 years back. That is related to service industry. That was a 1 week classroom course around for 8 hours. So that way, and that is the baseline actually. That is, I know the background. That is why I opted for a addition into what I learned, because I found it fruitful at that point of time.
Okay.
So when you ask somebody that Bank of America is offering such courses, yes, but that is actually domain specific.
Okay.
Not on that much that it suits all, because we all are from different. Most of us are from different background.
Right.
But since you are offering a same set of course, same set of syllabus, probably using a different examples. But this is, I think, meets the requirement, the core requirement of all the aspirants of this course.
Right. Yes, so we'll be taking so many of the example, which is not specifically your banking industry only, or not specifically manufacturing or healthcare. So as I was telling, whenever you are not able to understand, please ask me immediately. I will be giving you some different example. So now here I give you one choice, guys. Let me see your boards in chat box. Shall I start first with Lean, or should I start first with the Six Sigma understanding? Okay, two people. Lean. All right, I got my answer. I think no need to go further. I think I got it. Sorry, Prithvi, I have to disappoint you. I have to start with the lean. Maximum people are talking about the lean. Another thing, just wanted to tell you guys. So what is your expectation? Your expectation is that I will be showing some presentation, fancy, colorful. So no, I don't use any presentation when we are learning or I'm training you. I will be just switching off my camera for some time. Just wanted to take a little straight back my back, and then I will be switching on my camera. All right. So what you are going to learn, I will be where here. This is what you are going to learn, guys. This is what you are going to learn in Lean. I will be making you understand in the predefine about these things, like as what is the history of Six Sigma, what is the variation, standard deviation, definition of quality, what is DPMO, different quality theories, what is the difference between the statistical and the practical approach, difference between efficiency, effectiveness, Kano model 7QC tool. Then we'll go into the define phase where we are going to talk about what is the strategy that we are going to work as in y is equal to f of x, how to identify the CTQ based on the voice of business, voice of customer. Around the CTQ, how do we write a project charter, where how to write a statistical problem statement or statistical goal statement, business case. Then you will be learning about what are the data, different types of data, how to deal with the data types as in continuous and discrete, how to calculate the sample size for a specific analysis for the continuous or discrete, what is the basics of statistics, when to deal with the descriptive, how to deal with the predictive, inferential, or the prescriptive statistics. How do we do the baselining with relation to the centering or the variation of the process? Then basics of hypothesis testing, because everything we have to validate statistically. Then how to do the data transformation in case data is not normally distributed. What are the type of root cause we have? How to do the measurement system analysis, calculating the process capability, visualizing the data with the box plot and different yield. In analyze phase, you will be learning in detail of the hypothesis testing, where you are going to learn various type of statistical hypothesis test, which specific test we perform in the specific condition. We will see how to look at the margin of error, how to validate either there is a difference or no difference, and how to finally conclude the hypothesis in the form of null or alternate. I will be taking you through a basics of design of experiment and the risk assessment by the doing the failure mode and effect analysis, and we'll be learning about different prioritization technique. In control phase, we are going to talk about what is your control chart and how to plot different type of control chart in the different situation. So which control chart to plot when. This is in short what you are going to learn. Please do not hesitate asking me if something is not listed here you wanted to learn. Please feel free to ask me and I will be adding into the respective section whatever if something is missing here. All right. So now, as you
this is sorry to interrupt. This is DMAIC and there is DMAC as well, correct? If I'm not wrong.
Pankaj. There is a DMAIC and DMADAB or DMADOB or DFSS. There is a many things. I will be telling you that what is the difference, which methodology to use when. You will be learning.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Hussein, yes, p-value is listed here. If you can see in the analyze phase where I'm highlighting now, can you see? So you will be learning about the p-value, which is the most important part of any Six Sigma black belt. No problem, that's absolutely fine. So we'll be learning about the p-values as well. All right. So one thing only that, as I was telling, I will not be using any presentations, no PowerPoint presentation, but you will be receiving the PowerPoint presentation from administration team. They will be uploading this PowerPoint presentation in your Google Drive link. I hope everyone has received the Google Drive link. And I will be sharing the notes, whichever I'm writing you at the end of the day in your chat box. And the same thing I will do in your WhatsApp group as well, because group is there as far as possible. Imran, 5W or 5Y is listed here. If you can see the YY analysis. Can you see here?
I got it.
Okay. G Drive link will be working in case you have different registered email ID. So G Drive, you will not have the editable access. You will have only download access. I hope link will be working. We will check it again anyway. So I'll ask someone to check and look at this. If it is not working, they will definitely rectify it. Okay. All right.
Just a quick question. Are we going to be doing some practice on calculating the process capability and the potential capability?
Yes, miss, we'll be doing this, and which is mentioned in the measure phase. If you can see here what I have written. So here you have the data for the continuous normal process capability. You will be learning about the discrete, binomial, and Poisson. So this section will cover that.
Perfect. Thank you.
All right. Okay, so let's start first with the lean. What is lean, guys? You must have heard about that lean is all about the waste reduction. Lean is about improving the flow. Lean is about doing the value stream mapping and eliminating the non-value added activities. But What is non-value-added and what is the waste? That is something first we have to understand, because until and unless you do not understand the definition, you do not understand what waste is, you cannot recognize that. And if you cannot recognize, you cannot eliminate. So theory part is completely different than the practical. For practical, each and every process, or whichever the process that we are working on, whatever the process we are operating, we have to understand as per that process, what does the waste mean to us and how to eliminate that waste. So what is the waste? Let me take an example and I will ask a question from you people only. Suppose I am going to have a 1 mile of race. You have 2 participants, and you have only one data for these 2 participants for the 1 mile of race, and what is their height, you know. Maybe first person, I will say, let's say is a 6 feet and 2 inches of height. This is your participant 1. And the second participant is having a height of, let's say, 5 feet and 7 inches. What is your answer that who will win this race? This is the data you have. Anyone, please?
Participant 1.
Participant 1.
And what's the logic? Why I will say that participant 1 will win?
Because
height
his
is
height
more and they can
and due to his
cover.
step, he will cover the distance in lesser steps.
Yes, probably in simple word, I'll say he will run faster because the height is more. The person will be able to step longer steps, will be able to keep. Perfect. Now, if I add another thing here as the weight as well, and the weight for the person who is the height is more, maybe 6 feet and 2 inches, let's say holding around 118 kg weight, and the person who is a 5 feet and 7 inches is, let's say, only 78 kg of the weight. Not 78, let's say 74, because as per the BMI, it should be around. Do you still go with the participant 1 will win, or you will change your assumption?
Will change.
Will change.
Okay.
Participant 2
will change.
Now you will say that participant 2 is going to win. So what is wrong with the participant 1? Why participant 1 will not win when my initial assumption, if I hide this line, was that participant 1 will win? What's wrong here, guys?
His weight is not in proportion to his height.
Okay.
The factors are different. So if you consider the weight at the beginning, your choice is going to be different. So it depends what kind of perspective you are looking from.
Yes, I'm looking for, my simple perspective is that I'm going to have a 1 mile of race between these 2 people, and I'm just wanted to assume about this, that who is going to win. Basis on this perspective, you people are answering that participant 1 will win if you do not know the weight. Because you are assuming based on the height, if the height is more, participant 1 will step more longer. But when I'm adding the weight as well here, and you are changing your perception, why? Because weight is something, it's a more, and now you feel that whatever the height is here, that doesn't matter, because the weight you are carrying, you won't be able to run faster. Probably the weight, which is the second person has only 74 kg of the weight, person will run faster. Is that the right assumption which I am having now based on your perceptions?
Yes.
Yes. So if I say, what is the designed capacity? Is this designed capacity for the participant 1 is better than the participant 2? Answer is yes, because God has gifted a really good height, but this person is not able to utilize that. Why? Because the person is the overweight. Now in the lean language, what does it overweight mean? Which means person has the extra weight, which is more than needed, right? And this extra weight in the lean language, we call as an waste, which means the resource which you cannot utilize unnecessary. This is killing your efficiency. This extra weight, we are not able to utilize in any positive manner. And this extra weight is killing the efficiency of the participant one, where my expected because of the height, it should be running faster. But because of the additional weight, which is more than needed, this person is having, it's killing my running capacity or killing my efficiency. This is exactly the meaning of waste in industry. There are so many things. There are so many burden. There are so many additional things which my process is carrying. I do not realize that this is the extra something in my process, or because of that, my process will not be efficient enough to deliver the output. So objective of lean is what? To identify where and all this additional waste is there, where and all this extra weight is there in my process, which I will be identifying and eliminating from my process. If I could eliminate whatever the additional weight is there, I will be able to maintain as per the BMI. Then what I'll say, this person is lean, or I will say this process is lean. That's what exactly the practical meaning of lean is. Lean means you don't have any additional weight. You don't have any extra weight in your process. Whatever the weight you have, that is giving you energy to run faster. There is none, not even a single gram of the weight in your body which you have, which means that is killing your energy, or that is taking your energy out. Instead of running, somewhere else you are wasting. Exactly the same thing we apply to process. So in the process as well, we have so many of the things, so many of the steps we are doing. Many a time we have the defect where we have to rework on that. Many time I did not reach the production target because my machine was not running. There was a breakdown. Many time my skill was not there, because if I could have worked with my right skill, I could have done the 100 production per hour, but I could not do. Why? Because I don't have that skill in my process. I haven't learned that. So these all these things are something which is the additional waste in your process, which are the waste in your whatever the process you are operating. And because of these waste, you are not able to meet your production target, or you are not able to meet your quality targets. So what is the lean? Lean means no waste. There is no extra weight in your process. And what is the waste? What are the things that you are doing in the process which is not at all adding any value to the output, is called as an waste. Question, guys, in case anyone did not understand the meaning of what does the lean means. Is that example understood by everyone?
Yes.
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 We understand what is the waste, any additional thing which is not adding any value.
Yes.
And what if I eliminate this waste? My process will be lean, and my process will be more efficient and more proficient, right? So now we are talking about the waste. Yes,
so basically, any factor that would affect the process in a negative way is a waste.
Absolutely, yes, Susan. Yes, anything which is affecting or which is impacting the efficiency of the process, that is a waste. Because I have a design capacity, ideal condition, if you see the design of the person 1 versus the design of the person 2, there is a difference. What? Design of the person 1 is meant in such a way, God has gifted such a good height, which means person must be running faster. But what is stopping him to run faster is the additional weight what he is carrying, is the extra fat what this person is carrying. Because of that, the person cannot utilize the fully what the height he has. Means it's not utilizing the height, means its efficiency is going down. What the person could have performed is not able to perform. Why? Because of something is going, something is what? The waste is killing that energy, waste is killing that efficiency of this person. So objective of lean is what? What is the objective of lean, guys?
Extra.
Objective of lean to eliminate the waste.
Eliminate the waste.
The waste.
To eliminate. Yeah.
That's what we'll be doing. So what this person should do? Person will start cutting down the additional weight, so that person will become lean and he could have win the race. That's what the person is supposed to do. This is what exactly for each and every process mean to us. In case anywhere in any process will identify that something is additional, which is taking my resources, which is utilizing my utilities, but is not adding any value, which means eliminate those things from the process and utilize your process to the optimum level. Increase the efficiency of the process. Now, what is the process we follow to eliminate the waste or to cut this extra waste? There is a 5-step process for the lean implementation. Those 5 steps process is first and foremost thing, we identify the value. What is the identify the value means? What is the customer expectation or the process expectation? What is my process expectation I have from my process? That is the first thing I will do. You people all are part of this training. You must be looking something as an output out of this process. What is that output that you are looking for? If I see, or I can assume based on the discussion we have, you are looking for knowledge. You are looking for certificate. You are looking for practical example. You are looking for career enhancement. Anything else, guys, which I did not list here? No? Okay.
Yeah.
So if I am delivering you this training, what should be my focus? My focus should be to enhance your knowledge with the right example so that you can pass your certification exam, and that will help you in the career enhancement. So my process should be designed, the way I am delivering the lectures, the way I am delivering you the concept, the way I am putting the examples should be in such way that you are able to get what you wanted, or you being my customer, when I understand this is what I am supposed to deliver, I am delivering that. So first and foremost thing in any process, whenever we start learning, whenever we start delivering anything to my customer, my foremost objective and first objective always is to identify what my customer want, which means identify the value. Now, the second thing, once I identify the value, I have to understand from where I am delivering this value. So what I will be doing, I will be mapping the value stream. Mapping the value stream means understand as is process. What is the way I am delivering this output to my customer currently? Which means I will be understanding how I'm asking you question, what example I'm giving you, how I'm taking the assessment, how I'm looking at the participation. Means what is the as is process I have where I'm delivering you this value. Value is what? Your knowledge enhancement, your certification, your practical examples, and your career enhancement chances. I will understand as is my process, what is the way I'm delivering these things to you. Now, when you have the as is process, in the as is process, you will be doing what? You will be doing the 3 type of activities. Those activities are value added or non-value added or necessary but non-value added. VA stand for value added, which means activities which is adding value to the customer output, what customer is looking for. Many of the things I must be doing which is non-value added, which means unknowingly or unknowingly I am doing those activities, but that is not helping you to gain your knowledge, will not help you to earn the certificate, or I am not giving any practical example. Because of that, or by that learning, you are going to enhance your career. Okay. So these are the non-necessary, these are the non-value added. Many of the things will be doing the necessary non-value added as well. Which is also called as a business non-value added, which means activities are needed for the business. Activities are required for the work, but definitely they are not adding any value, which means these activities are there, which I am performing. I cannot eliminate from the process, though it is not adding any value to my output. So once I identify all these three type of activities, what next step I will be doing? I will be applying OEM. What does OEM stand for, guys? Anyone heard about this word before?
Original equipment.
Yes, that's right.
Right.
From the mechanical language, but here in the lean language, we will be, because value addeds are there. These are the activities which are green. They are adding value. You cannot eliminate, but you can squeeze these to the maximum level to get the highest output. So we always optimize the value added activities. If something is not adding any value to your process, what do we do with these activities?
Eliminate.
Eliminate.
Yes, eliminate. Perfect. We'll be eliminating all these non-value added activities. Now there are activities which is not adding any value, but you cannot eliminate those activities because those are necessary part of that. Like as for learning Lean and Six Sigma, you have to log in and you have to register. Though logging to the system, registering for the process, speaking to the counselor is not adding any value to the learning, but those activities are necessary to complete the process. So what to do with these necessary but non-value added activities?
Minimize.
Minimize. Perfect. So
Professor,
what do
why
we?
not maintain?
We should always try to minimize, not maintain. Maintain means we are maintaining as is condition. But if there is something which we can eliminate from the process, which means I will not be spending my effort on that. If it is possible to eliminate, so that I can increase my efficiency, whatever the time I was spending in those activities, instead of that, I will be spending into the value added activities. That's the reason. Okay. So we'll be minimizing all these necessary but non-value added activities. This is what we do. Now, these are the things you are doing in the as-is process. So once you have optimized your as-is process, eliminating the non-value added, minimize the necessary but non-value added, then you will be designing the to-be process, which means after when I'm studying all these things on paper or on board, I identified that what to optimize, what to eliminate, what to minimize, then I will be designing without these how my process will look like, means after eliminating the non-value added and after minimizing the necessary non-value added. So that to-be process is called as an
May I ask a
implement.
question here?
Please.
So why is necessary non-value activity known as known as BNVA, that is business non-value activity?
Because business means those activities are necessary for the business. You cannot eliminate those. Though they are not adding in value, as I was telling, to register the training, you have to go to the online, complete the registration process, then only you will receive the link to join the class, right? Or if you have to gain the certificate, that means you have to write the exam. Because your objective is only to get the certificate. But you will get the certificate only when you will write and pass the exam. So that is a necessary but non-value added. It's not adding value to your certificate, because ultimate objective is that IMC should give you the certificate. But there is a process from which you have to go through, which means for the records and for the evaluation, you have to write the exam. So that is necessary but non-value added, because value is what? You have to gain the certificate. Exam is not adding any value, but it is necessary to do that. Right, sir? Clear?
Yes, got it.
Okay. All right. So that is called as a necessary non-value added. So once I have optimized my value added, eliminated all non-value added, minimized my necessary non-value added, what I will do? I will implement my to-be process, which means implement the pull. What is my new processes look like? All right. What is the fourth step? Sorry, this will be the fourth step. Third step will be in the to-be process, means establish flow. Establish flow means what is your to be process you are going to implement.
Just one quick question to be short. These are the steps that we are doing to eliminate the waste, correct?
These are the steps we'll be doing when we study the process to eliminate the waste. So in the studying the process, you understand first what is the value for the customer. Once you have identified the value, then you will look your as-is process. Now in as-is process with respect to the value, whatever is adding value, you will optimize. If something is not adding value to this, then you will be eliminating those.
Correct. So as of this moment, we haven't started removing the waste.
No, not yet. Not yet. We are just studying the as-is process. We will be eliminating the wastages, removing the wastages here in the step number 3 when we establish the flow. Flow means we'll have only the activities which is adding value. Otherwise, the other activities which is not adding value, we will be eliminating as a non-value add.
Right. Thank you.
So you have got the to be process. Even in the to be process, maybe you may be doing those activities as in right sequence or not. Do you have the right quantity? Do you have the right amount of the work? Do you have the right amount of the inventory? Do you have the right amount of effort at the time? Probably no. You understand, yes, I am doing all these value added activities now, but where to optimize further? Where is the right amount of the work? Where is the customer requirement? What customer is asking? When customer is asking, I mean delivering that or not? So then we apply the just in time, which means JIT. JIT means implement the just in time. Implement pull means just in time means what my customer need and when it is needed. That thing, right quantity in the right time in the right amount should be available. Not less, not more. That's what we implement in the 4th stage, which is called as in just in time. And now because learning Six Sigma or implementing Six Sigma is a continuous improvement process, so last stage will come as a continuous improvement. What is continuous improvement? We call in the lean language as in seek perfection. So we'll be looking for how I can make it perfect, which means regularly or continuously we'll be doing the assessment as per the customer expectation. Again, we'll be identifying the value, what value we are delivering. We'll look in the as-is process where I'm not delivering the value. We eliminate those from the process and implement the pull system, which means just in time. And again, we look for the continuous improvement opportunities in the process. These are the 5 stages of lean implementation, which is also called stage for the value stream mapping as well. Is this clear? What are the 5 steps we follow for the lean implementation? First, identify what we are supposed to deliver. Then identify from the as-is process where is the waste. Then if this waste in the process is pure waste, eliminate completely. If this is activities are something which is waste, but I cannot eliminate because my customer process is incomplete until unless I do not perform this step, then minimize as much as possible. And whatever is value added, try and get the maximum output from that, which means you will be optimizing that. Okay. Yes, Hussein, what is the question, please? Ask me.
You mentioned something about good value stream mapping at the end. Like I didn't understand that point. You mentioned something about value stream.
This is called as in value stream mapping.
So this is the steps for value stream mapping, right?
Yes, these are the 5 steps we follow in the value stream mapping or identification or elimination of the wastage. These are the 5 steps. All these are the 5 steps for the lean implementation as well.
All right.
Okay, this is what we call. Okay. Any more question on this, Erin?
Hi. I would like to ask if this is the same as DMAIC or it's a totally different concept altogether.
This is completely different concept. There are 2 things which I was asking you from where I should start. Should I start first to make you understand lean or should I start first to make you understand Six Sigma? So people choose lean. So first I'm explaining you the lean, and then I will go and make you understand about the DMAC. All right.
Okay.
That's the
Thanks.
second part. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Any more question on this? Now you have identified the non-value added, which you have to eliminate. So how to do the baselining in the lean? In the lean baselining, when you have the total activities you are doing and how much is the value added you are doing, the ratio of that is called as an process efficiency. Process efficiency is what? Process efficiency is value added divided by total. Suppose in a process, you are spending in total, you are spending 100 hours. Out of these 100 hours, how many are the productive hours? Let's say only 75 are the productive hours. 25 hours after doing this analysis, understanding these are going in the non-value added. So how much is your efficiency? 75% is your process efficiency, which means now you have a gap. How much? 100% is the what maximum you can achieve minus 75. So 25% is the gap, and you will be setting the target next. What is the target? Let's improve at least by 10%. If you are improving 10% of 75% adding into this, so how much you will be gaining? 10% means 10% of 25%. But no. 10% of 25, which is 2.5%. Because we always go with the small increment. You can set the improvement, okay, let me improve by 30% or 40% as well. Let's say 40%, which is 10% now. So what if I improve 40%, I will be achieving 85%. All right.
This would always be measured against hours, right? So that total is total hours.
Not necessary always on the hours. We always measure in the non-value added stuff. Non-value added stuff may be in the form of defect, maybe in the time, maybe in the inventory, maybe in the space, or anything else. I will be covering that part next. Okay. So I understood where I am performing now. I am performing at 75%. My target is to increase by 10%, which means adding the 10% here. 275 is 85, which is around 45% improvement from the current gap. So now what are the non-value added? This is something I have to eliminate. So these non-value added activities are categorized into 3 categories. Those 3 categories in Japanese we call as an 3M. Anyone heard about? This is called as an Muda, Mura, Muri. Muda means the waste. This waste further classified into 8 categories. Acronym I am using TIMWOODS. What is the TIMWOODS? TIMWOODS stand for, T stand for transportation. I stand for inventory. M stand for motion. W stand for waiting. O stand for overproduction. Other O stand for overprocessing. Then D stand for the defect. I will be taking example, but just hold for some time. Let's understand first overview. So what do we do? These are the non-value added activities which classified into further 3 categories, which is called 3M. 3M stand for Muda, Mura, and Muri. Muda means waste. Waste is what? Timwood. So though we do all these activities in our business, but whenever they are in excess or more than needed, then only we call as an waste. Because all these things are needed to the business. If you are working in the logistic industry or any industry, you have to use the transportation. But being a black belt, being a Six Sigma professional, you have to identify where is excess transportation I am doing. I need inventory. I am working on the production. I have to buy the raw material, but I have to buy the packing material. I have to buy the machines. I have to buy the parts. But I am unnecessarily buying these parts. I am just creating inventory and inventory, and which is taking my liquid flow, liquid cash flow, and the same time it's taking my space as well. Especially in the people who are working in the pharma industry, somebody was working in the pharma industry manufacturing. So then you are buying the raw material, or maybe in the food industry, you are buying the raw material. That all these raw material comes with a shelf life, right? And if it is over the shelf life, which means material is getting expired, what is happening? I will be losing all of my money, whatever I invested in that. So that will be for the excess inventory. Guys, sorry, I forgot to inform you that we'll be taking a break for around 20 minutes today. And maybe around in 10-15 minutes, we'll take that breaks after we complete this topic. So you can plan for your activities, tea, coffee, dinner, breakfast, whatever, as per your local time, just for your information. Okay. So anything which is we are taking in excess, we are buying is an inventory, excess inventory. All right. Similar way, motion, say transportation, when we are moving the machine, moving the parts is outside the organization. But when you are moving the motion, moving the resources, moving the machine, doing the logistic operation within the premises, then we call as a motion, which is involve the movement of human as well as machine. Unnecessary movement of humans, unnecessary movement of machine is called as a waste in the motion. In case your previous step is not completed, so you cannot run your next step until unless you do not have the output from the previous step. That means you will be waiting for that. And so many examples you people can keep your waiting example. Maybe you are waiting for something from the previous step to complete so that you can process. Maybe you are waiting for the collection to happen and people will punch that transaction, and then only you can process the transaction and you can send the receipt to the customer, especially in the RCM business or healthcare revenue cycle management. Or customer is waiting to raise somebody to raise the invoice, and then only you will be doing the payment. You are in the office and you are waiting in the queue for your turn to come so that you can grab the lunch and you will eat. You are going to the restaurant, and when you are entering into the restaurant, your waiter is coming and asking you, okay, sir or ma'am, what's in your order? Then you will be asking to the waiter, okay, can you wait for the 5 minutes? Let me just have a scan the menu and then I will be giving. So waiter is waiting for the 5 minutes, and now you are punching your order, and now waiter is telling you, okay, sir, please wait for the 20 minutes and give us time to serve you. So now who is waiting? You are waiting for the 20 minutes. And the best example here, if you have any of you been to KFC these days, what they have come up? They have come up with the 90-minute serving. Sorry, 90-second serving. So why they are doing the 90-second service? Because they wanted to utilize the space as much as possible. If customer is coming and they are eating faster, then they will be having more space to serve more customer faster. That's what they are doing, and they are improving their revenue here. That's about the waiting. Overproduction is.
I have an example for like the construction industry where we're waiting for materials to be delivered, and you can't like go ahead with the process because you're just waiting for material.
Yes, absolutely. Many of the engineers are there who are working the construction industry. Many of the mechanics are there, whomsoever is working there, right? So if you have been being a supply chain, suppose you have been asked for the material, okay, this much of the cement, this much of the concrete, this much of the charcoal, I am supposed to get it today, and you have planned everything, and all the people whomsoever is supposed to work, they are there at the site, but material is not coming. So what? If there are the 20 people who are waiting for that, which means if they are wasting 1 hour each, which means 20 hours, which is almost equivalent to 3 manpower you have wasted for the day in 1 hour, which could have utilized. So where it went? Just in the waiting for the material. Perfect example. Thank you. You just take a simple example. You go to the kitchen, and how many meals you are cooking at a time? Probably only one, because that's what you want to eat. If every day you are eating, 3 times in a day you are eating, but you are not going to cook for a week or for a month. Why? Because it comes with a shelf life. Maybe tomorrow your mood will change. You want to eat something else. Maybe tomorrow you wanted to go out and eat. You don't want to eat the whatever the food you have cooked, then it will go for a waste. So anything unnecessary we are producing or extra production we are doing, that is called as an over. All right. Over processing when you are not able to deliver the right first time. Suppose you are doing one transaction, you have made a data entry error, and the later transaction could not process because your system could not read that data, right? And then what is happening? You are scanning again everything, and then you are trying to search that where exactly the problem is. That is means over processing when the things are not in the right first time. Let's take a very simple example. You are sitting in the balcony and suddenly you feel that, okay, let me have a cup of tea or cup of coffee. You will go to the kitchen and you'll start preparing a cup of coffee or cup of tea. You prepared very well after this, and when you are coming back to the balcony, okay, let me enjoy the weather. I think somebody was telling is in Bangalore here. So Bangalore is something, is a city which is always rains. And you wanted to enjoy your balcony and you wanted to see how the rain view will look like. And then when you will have the first sip of your coffee or tea, I forgot to add the sugar. There is a defect. And because of that, you will go back to the kitchen, add the sugar, boil it and mix it again, and then again you will come back. So whatever is the work you have done, that's went into the over processing. Why? Because you could not do the things in the right first time. And so many things we do in the process which is not the right first time. Because of that, there is an over processing we are doing. Last, defect. Defect means any deviation from a specification. Somebody was giving me example for the deviation, I think, who was in the food or pharma industry, I forgot. So any deviation from the specification is called defect. When what is the specification is, if you are not meeting that specification, that means it's a defect for you. So what do we do when we are identifying the wastages? We try and identify where exactly, which area we are wasting. And we will try to eliminate that waste from the process. If those things we are doing, which is necessary, though we are doing in the excess, but is necessary, so we will try to minimize all these things to the optimum level, which is if it is a necessary non-value added. Or if it is a value added, then try and optimize to the highest level. So what do we do in the lean? When we understand the map, the value stream means understand as is process. You will identify 3 types of activities here. First focus is on the non-value added, which can be classified into these 8 categories. 7 categories of the wastages. So we'll be eliminating all these wastages. What do we do? Whatever the value add here, which is divided by the total, will tell me what is my current percent efficiency. And now you are going to set the next target. Okay, I want to improve 40% here. If I improve the 40%, which means adding the 10% to the 25%, my process will become 85%. This is what we call as an waste or in industry, or this is what activity we do as an waste elimination. So these are the type of waste in the industry we have, which is called transportation waste, inventory waste, motion waste, waiting waste, overproduction waste, overprocessing waste, and the defect is in waste. Let me take the question first before I move further. Ask me please, guys.
Sir, how exactly is overprocessing and defect different when it comes to manufacturing?
First, your defect will occur. Defect means any deviation from the specification. And because of that defect has occurred, what you are supposed to do? You have to rework on that defect. And whenever you are working on the rework, right? Whenever you are working on the rework, which means you are doing the work more than one time, which supposed to be done in the right first time. Many activity we do, I just gave you an example for the tea or coffee. And many activity like as whichever the industry you are working, suppose you are working in the manufacturing, you are supposed to produce a right first time product. If the product is not meeting the dimension, product is not meeting the quality, what you will do? Either you will reject that, which means scrap, or you will rework on that. So when you are reworking on that, which means the same product which could have been delivered in the right first time, you could not do, and you have to rework, which means additional resources you are putting there. That is what you are killing your efficiency, and it's a meaning of the over processing. Is that clear, Diman?
So, sir, can we say that defect is a precursor to over processing when it comes to manufacturing?
Yes.
Okay,
Mostly,
okay.
yes.
Now I'm clear.
Many of the activity which you are doing here, in the one main activity what you are doing, you may have multiple type of waste identified. Multiple kind of waste you can identify, like as if you are do the first, you will do the defect, then because of defect you are doing the over processing. Because of the over processing, your customer is waiting, so doing the motion. If customer is waiting, that means you are creating unnecessary inventory because your backlog is created, and to transport this unnecessary inventory you are using the transportation. So the wastages may be related to each other. In one activity, maybe you are generating multiple wastages, or multiple wastages are related to one activity only. There is a possibility here. So these are those 7 type of wastages we have. Another type of waste we have as an last one as an S. S stand for unutilized skill or underutilized skills. Maybe like as when many of you people are from the healthcare, if I ask you to do the work of the supply chain, somebody is from the pharma, if I ask you to do the quality control while you are working in the production, or if you are working in the quality, I'm asking you to do the work of the HR, probably you may not be able to do that. Why? Because every activity is not designed for something that everyone can work on. Maybe how well you can write on a piece of paper with your dominant hand or the right hand, compared to you cannot write with the piece of paper with the left hand. Why? Because say God has gifted you both the hand. You are eating food, the energy is going to both the hand, but both the hand have a designed capacity is different, which you cannot compare with each other. So underutilized skill is the another thing. Maybe you have one of the associate in your team which is really good in the PowerPoint presentation. You are asking to do work on the Excel, compared to other person who is really good in Excel but can't work on the presentation. So skill set is different. So if you are having somewhere which is the skill which is underutilized, that's again kind of the waste is there. So these are the guys 8 type of waste we have. We understood what is the waste. We understood what is the 5 steps of identifying and eliminating the waste. What are the type of waste we have? Identify into 3 categories: value added, non-value added, necessary non-value added. These non-value added activities are further classified into 3: muda, mura, and muri. And we understood what is the muda means. Muda means waste, pure waste. Now the second concept which we are going to learn is the mura. Mura means variation, which is related to your Six Sigma. So we'll be taking a break now for around 20 minutes. Is that 20 minutes enough, or you need more time for the dinner or something? Huh? Everyone?
Should be enough.
That's enough. Should be enough.
Okay, great. And now, so I just made you understand about what is the waste means. Just gave you a brief about what is the lean means. And I told you about this muda, mura, muri, just a high level, and the 8 wastages. I gave you an introduction to the value stream mapping, sorry, NVA as well. Value stream mapping, when I'll explain you in the analyze phase, then I will be repeating all these things. Okay?
Pankaj.
Hanji.
There is a Kanban yours, which is writing over there. It is written over there.
Yes.
Kanban.
Yes.
Kanban is a part of Agile framework, right? Agile methodology.
Yes. Yes.
So why not there is other like Scrum?
No. I tell you why.
There is a Scrum also, right? There is a Scrum framework.
Yes, there is.
So we cover only Kanban.
See, this course is designed to cover Lean and Six Sigma. Kanban, I will be explaining you from the manufacturing perspective here.
Okay.
Kanban, if the service industry we use in a different way, Scrum we use in a different way, and sometimes we call this an Scrum Ban as well, which is the combination of the Scrum and the Kanban.
Okay.
So actually, when we do the project management, there is a project management. Ultimately, we have to deliver the project. And in project management, there is a multiple methodologies of the project management, right? You heard about any?
Yeah.
So we are using the project management, as you are telling, we are using the Kanban, we are using Scrum, we are using Agile, we are using DMAC, we are using extreme programming. We are using, let's say, what else?
There is one Lean also.
We are using Lean. We are using design thinking. We are using, and there are few other methods as well, right?
Right.
So these all are the project management methodology. These all are the project management methodology. So as per the situation, as per the problem, whichever the methodology fits better, we will be using that for the project management. What you are going to learn in this course, you are going to learn the DMAC as a project management methodology in detail. So I'm just touching the Kanban at very, very high level. I will not going in the detail of any of these things except little bit of the Lean, which I was making you understand. And we are going to learn detail of the DMAC program here. So I hope you got your answer, Imran, or still doubt?
Yeah, I got. I got.
Okay, great.
I have one question. Can
Yes,
I
please.
ask or if I can continue after this?
Sorry, come again, please.
My question is like, can I raise it now or if I can continue after
Yes,
this?
please keep asking. When you are asking, directly ask.
How Lean is related to project management thing? Like I do not have any idea about it.
See, if you are looking for the efficiency improvement, as I was telling the last example, current efficiency you are calculating 75%. So guys, there are two things in the Lean itself, Lean or Six Sigma. Why we call Lean, I will be though explaining you, but at a high level, I'm just giving you, and why we call is in Six Sigma. Lean means improving the efficiency of the process. And the Six Sigma means improving the effectiveness of the process. Right?
Yeah.
So when your current efficiency is only 75%, you want to make the efficiency to the 90%, which means if you are working for, let's say in this way, you are working for 8 hours. And out of 8 hours, your actual productivity is only 7 hours. Where is the 1 hour productivity is going? Which means your current efficiency is how much? 7 by 8, which means only, 7 by 8. Which is only 87%. Where is the other 12.5% is going? You are supposed to give the equivalent work of 7 hours instead of 7 hours, 8 hours. But where is the 1 hour productivity is going? If you want to improve that, and this comes to the category of the efficiency improvement, then we apply Lean. In case it comes to the effectiveness improvement, then we apply Six Sigma. Jayanti, that answers your question or still doubt?
Yeah, I got it, Pankaj.
Okay, great.
Thank
so
you
will be learning, I will be explaining you these things in detail. This is too early to go into so much of detail, but yes, high level is this is the meaning. All right. Okay,
yeah,
so we can take a break now. And any further question, guys, which I should take before we go for a break? from anyone?
Sir, I would like to ask about just now on the Team Woods, because basically looking into the Team Woods, it's apply more to supply chain with products in as a basis. Do we still use Team Woods for service industry as well?
Yes, we do use. I will be taking some of the example for the service industry as well.
Okay.
So we will be learning that.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
Okay, no problem. So my timer in this slide is having some issue or the error. So now we are going with the without timer, guys, and we'll be meeting after 20 minutes from now. Is that okay? Fine with everyone? I will be correcting this. I will be doing it. All right. Great. Thank you so much. We'll have a break, and after 20 minutes, I'll see you back. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Hey guys, I'm back. Everyone there?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. And now we are going to learn
Yes.
about the next concept of variation. What is that? Let's start with understanding of variation. Let's say you have two team members in your team and they are working on a task. So first person, let's say here is the person 1 or team member 1. And this is your second person.
Pankaj, I'm so sorry to interrupt.
Yes, please.
We were talking about Muda, Mura, Muri. So we complete Muda. So it is Mura or it is altogether different thing?
This is Mura. Now we are
So
going
now
to
we are
talk
talking
about
about
the Mura. Mura means
Mura.
variation.
Okay.
Na? Here I have written
Okay.
Mura means variation. Okay. We are going to understand the variation now. So this person is doing the task, let's say in 32 minutes, sometime in 30 minutes, sometime in 28 minutes, sometime in 27 minutes, sometime in 33 minutes, like this. Another person is doing the task in 30 minutes, second time, third time, fourth time, and fifth time as well. Right? Both the processes, if you see from the average perspective, this average will come as in 30, hopefully should come. And this average is again 30 minutes. Both the people are taking 30 minutes. But if I ask you that which person you will believe more compared to the other, then what will be your answer?
Person two.
Person two. And why you will believe in the person two? What is the logic, guys? What is the reason?
Consistency.
Yes, because there is a consistency in the process, which means there is a stability in the process. Please pardon my spelling mistake in the typo, it is happening. There is a consistency or there is a stability. When there is a consistency or there is a stability, this means there is a predictability in the process, right? And the objective of Six Sigma is to bring consistency in the process. Your process should be stable and process should be predictable. That's what the objective of Six Sigma is. So what Six Sigma do? Six Sigma bring the consistency in the process. Six Sigma bring stability in the process. Six Sigma bring predictability in the process. How it is happening? By reducing the, guys? Reducing the variation. Perfect. So what does it variation mean? What do you mean by variation? What is the meaning of variation? Variation mean?
In terms of performance?
In terms of tolerance?
Variation means inconsistency, instability, right? Because consistency is here, inconsistency is here in the person 1. So variation means inconsistency. Now, how do we measure the variation? Because Six Sigma says, what is Six Sigma? Six Sigma says if you cannot measure, you cannot control. If you cannot measure, you cannot control. So if you want to control the inconsistency, which means you have to measure the inconsistency. So how do we measure this inconsistency? Yes. Now what are the answer? How do we measure the variation?
We have to analyze the data.
Okay.
We have to observe every minute thing.
And we have to identify the data and inconsistency and consistency.
And collect as much as data possible. Yeah.
Measure the minimum and
We
maximum.
need to identify parameters and then monitor them.
Okay. Okay, if I ask you, any one of you can answer me, what is your height? Anyone, please?
5'4".
Okay. What is the 5'4" means? What is the 5'4"?
5 feet 4 inches.
Measurable, you know, we can measure the height in feet and inches. So this is the parameter of measuring.
You are telling height is 5 feet and 4 inches, where you are writing your height in the feet and inches. Correct?
Right.
If I ask you for the weight, then weight definitely you will write in the kgs or the pounds.
Correct.
If I tell you how much time you are taking to complete the transaction, probably you will say in the minutes or you will say in the seconds. If I ask for what is the temperature now, probably you will say in the degree or you will say in the Fahrenheit. Correct? So if I ask you how much is the variation in your process, so what answer you will give me? What is the unit of measurement of variation? Because everything we measure, and if we are measuring something, which means it has a unit of measurement. So what is the unit of measurement?
0.
Sorry, somebody said, no, not percentage.
Standard
Somebody said
deviation.
it's Dhiman.
2 to 3 or?
It is the number of transactions we do or something like that.
I think Dhiman said it right, standard deviation. So unit of measurement for the variation, guys, please remember, this is the one of the key thing your Six Sigma, and more than 90% of the calculations in Six Sigma will depend on this word, which is we call as an standard deviation. When you measure the height in the feet and inches or centimeter, you are measuring the weight in the kgs, pounds, you are measuring the time in the minutes, second, hours, days, measuring the temperature in the degrees and the Fahrenheit. We measure the variation in the form of standard deviation. What is the unit of measurement of variation? Standard deviation. And all the things, because that's the unit of measurement of the variation, which means all calculation, all the learning, each and everything is Six Sigma means standard deviation. Because somebody was telling at the starting point only when I was talking about the introduction, that 6 times of standard deviation is what? Six Sigma. Exactly. So variation means standard deviation. Six Sigma means reducing the variation, which means you will try and reduce the standard deviation. So key thing out of Six Sigma is standard deviation. Six Sigma means reducing the standard deviation, which means higher the sigma means lower the variation, which means lower the standard deviation is variation, unit of measurement of variation, lower the variation, better the sigma of the process. So what is this standard deviation? Is this clear? Unit of measurement of variation means standard deviation, right? And our objective of learning Six Sigma means we will try and reduce the standard deviation as much as possible. Lower the standard deviation, higher your sigma. So what is standard deviation, guys? Anyone have any idea?
I think there's a formula in Excel to measure standard deviation as something.
Yes, there is a formula which is ST.
Is it the units for the normal?
This is your formula for the standard deviation in Excel. Okay, you are right. So what is standard deviation? Let me write you some series of the activities what we do to calculate or find the standard deviation. So guys, unit of measurement of variation is standard deviation. What is standard deviation? Standard deviation is your square root of variance. I can feel that you will feel a little difficult for today when I'm talking about standard deviation, but please remember, if you understand the standard deviation, you already understand 50% of Six Sigma. Because what is Six Sigma? Six Sigma is all about standard deviation. So what is the standard deviation? Standard deviation is square root of variance. Now to understand standard deviation, you have to understand the variance. And what is the variance? Variance is the average of squared deviation. What is the variance? Variance is the average of your squared deviation. Now square, I hope everyone knows square is the multiplying the same value 2 times. But what is the deviation? Deviation is the difference from average, which means if you have some of the data point, like we have seen in this last example, if I'm taking average and difference of individual value to the average value is your deviation. So what's the deviation? Difference from the average. And what is the average? Average is the mean value, which means sum of all these value divided by the count of the values is your average. Are we clear with these 4 states of standard deviation calculation?
Pankaj, could you please repeat the third point wherein you said the difference from average? You talked about individual units, right? That is something that I did not understand. Could you please cover that once?
So, okay. Deviation means difference from the average. Let's take example. I'm going to take an example. You will understand better. Let's please focus here. Suppose you all people are working in the office and every day you go to office. So here is the time to office. Are you taking every day exactly the same time? Probably no, right? Sometime you are taking less, sometime you are taking more, and let's say you are taking on an average 20 to 30 minutes every day. And you have the data collected for last, let's say 20 days of the data you have, and this is the time that you was taking for last 20 days. So when you calculate the standard deviation, these all are your individual value. When you say difference from the average, what difference you are looking for? Individual value difference from average value. Difference of individual value from the average value is called your deviation. So this is your individual value, which always represented by xith value. As per statistics, this is ith value, and this is your ith 1, ith 2, ith 3. Like as first value, this is your second value, third value, fourth value, fifth value. So these numbers are called as an ith. So these are your ith value, which means my individual value. Now what I need to find out what is my mean or average. So in Excel, you can find out the average as well, which generally represented by X bar. In statistics, average you can calculate with a simple formula, AVERAGE. Select all these values and you will be getting the average. So you are taking sometime 29 minutes, sometime 20 minutes, sometime 21 minutes, sometime 24 minutes. On an average, the number of minutes you are taking to reach office based on last 20 days data is 24.9 minutes. Are we clear till here?
So basically, when I say deviation, I am subtracting 24.9 from the F column.
Yes, correct. This is your xi value. This is your x bar. So what is the deviation? You are right. Deviation is xi minus x bar, which means xi is how much? 29 in the first case. X bar is 24.9. This is your value. Second case, xi is 20 minus 24.9. Third case, 21 minus 24.9. Fourth case, 29 minus 24.9. So this is what is called as in deviation. I just copy paste this formula till the bottom, and here we got all the deviation. You will observe something that some of the values are positive and some of the values are coming negative here. Can somebody help me why? Values in the red color are negative, values in the green color are positive. Why this is negative or positive?
Yeah, because the average is 24 or approximately 25 and they are coming so early. So
Yes.
maybe that's why it is negative.
Because average is your center value of the data.
Yeah.
In middle. Some values will be less than average because it's in middle, and some value will be more than average, right? So values which are in less than average, they are in the red color. Values which are more than average, they are in the positive color, which means green color.
Okay.
Either you calculated the deviation correctly or not. If you take the sum of all deviation, it must be 0. And here we see my deviation is 0, which means all the values are correctly calculated, which means my deviation, whatever I have coming from the mean value, my mean is perfectly in the center. That's what your deviation will be 0, because values are equally distributed both the side of the mean. Some values are less than mean, some value are more than mean, because mean is your central value or average value. Are we clear till here?
Right.
Yes.
Now you got the deviation. What is next? Next is variance. Variance is average of square deviation. So why I should be doing the square of this value?
To turn them into positive.
All the negative.
Yes, we have to convert all negative into positive. Two reasons. One, I want to neutralize the impact of negative and positive. Second, your standard deviation cannot be negative. So converting that into positive, I am supposed to square this value. So here power 2, right? Power 2 is the square, or multiply the same value 2 times. So 4.1 square is 16.81. Minus 4.9 square will be 24.01. Both will be turning out to be positive, because as per the mathematical symbol basics what we have learned, when you have the two same symbol multiplying with each other, output will be positive. And if the two different symbol, which means plus or minus, you are multiplying with each other, answer will be negative. Right, guys? And now I just copy paste this formula till the bottom. So I got my square deviation. Now what is next for me? Next is I will be calculating my variance. And what is the variance?
Average of square deviation.
Average of square deviation. This is your square deviation. If you take the average of squared deviation, all these value, you got your variance. And what is the now variance I got till here? I'm there. What is the standard deviation? Square root of variance. So SQRT, if you select in Excel, select your variance value, and here we go. You got the standard deviation 3.36. That's how manually you calculate standard deviation, because when Six Sigma started, there was no Excel, there was no as such calculator and all. People used to calculate manually. And this is what the meaning of the standard deviation, which is the unit of measurement. Always lower is better. Now, you have an Excel formula as well to calculate variance and standard deviation, which is very simple. As if you want to calculate the variance, select var.p, select your individual numbers, and here you close the bracket. You will get the same variance what we calculated manually. Similar way, we have the formula for standard deviation as well. Select your individual values, close the bracket, and you got the standard deviation as good as what we calculated manually. So we understand what is the meaning of variation, what is the unit of measurement of variation, and how do we calculate the variation? Variation means standard deviation. Question for me, guys, please.
Pankaj, I have one question. Can you please repeat this I column part that I think I have missed in understanding this after doing deviation? How you have calculated this? Yes.
Here is your deviation in the column H.
Yes.
Now column I is squared deviation. What is the square? Square means same value you are multiplying 2 times.
Right.
If you multiply 2 into 2, that will become 4. If you multiply 4 into 4, that will become 16. Right? So if you multiply 4.1 into 4.1, that will become 16.81.
Okay.
If you multiply 3.9 into 3.9, that will become 15.21. If you multiply 5.1 into 5.1, that will become 26.01. What I did here, I just created a power here. Power means 2. This is what the symbol of square?
Correct.
Yes.
This is what I did. So this value I have selected and I created the power 2, which means I'm multiplying this value with the same value again. And that's how I'm getting the square value here. Is your doubt clear now?
Yeah, thanks. Thanks.
Pankaj, can you just scroll to column KSD? I just forgot again. Like, can you just click on the a bit next on the upper column, the SD. Just give me a moment. Square root of, okay. So yes, okay. So we have done the square root of variance. Okay.
This is what I have written here. Standard deviation is what? Square root of variance. So you have this variance value. You are taking the square root of that. That will become your standard deviation. Right?
Right. Thank you.
Any more question, guys? Hanji.
Yes, but this question could be, something very advanced for such basic knowledge. So for an example, if I am calculating some sort of KPI, for an example,
yes.
Like for an example, how much time does it take for the team to resolve any priority 3 tickets, right? Could I use this? And if I could, what would that represent?
You have a priority 3 ticket,
right.
which
So
you are taking some time, which means maybe taking from 10 minutes to 15 minutes or 16 minutes. Is correct?
Right.
And somebody is asking you, Shruti, tell me how much is the variation in your process when you are resolving the ticket. And you have this data for last 25 tickets which you have resolved, and data is coming like this. You will say, this is my data. And pupil is asking, your manager is asking, your client is asking, Shruti, you have to tell me what is the variation in your ticket. So what should be your answer? How you will answer, Shruti? Your answer will be, as per my data, last 25 tickets what I have collected, variation in my process is 1.51 standard deviation.
Okay. If I were to put it in business terms, right? So essentially, businesses only understand monetary stuff. Right? How do I put it that way then?
Okay.
What
so
does,
now,
like, I understand. Right. Sorry.
Here is the average. I will be telling you. Average is how much? Average of your data is coming that 12.78. Now, your customer is asking, what is your KPI? Your KPI is 10 minutes. Any transaction which you are taking more than 10 minutes, that means it's a penalty for you. This is what you are coming up. Penalty. You have to pay a penalty.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
If you are paying a penalty.
Moving above the industry standards.
Yes. So 10 minutes is your target. If any of the transaction you are doing for more than 10 minutes, that's a penalty for you. Now, what is the penalty? Penalty maybe customer is asking on an average per minute. If it is more than 10 minutes, I will be charging you 10,000 per minute, per month. And the month average we have taken, instead of 10 minutes, it is coming 12.78 minutes, which means the difference is 12.78 minus 10. 2.78 minute extra. So how much is the total penalty you are paying? 27,860 rupees. This is your monetary term. This is the way. Sometime customer may ask you. Per minute penalty is 10,000 on an average. You are taking average 2.78 minute extra, which means you are liable to pay 27,816 as in penalty. Was that your question?
Right. Yes.
Okay. Great. So we got the standard deviation with the formula here, and we got the average. So on an average, I am late by 2.78 minutes as an overall for the month.
But the example that you just used, where did you use the standard deviation number or standard deviation value? The example that you used the average unit. But what about the standard deviation? How can we use that to explain something to the business?
If your customer is demanding, that I will not be putting any clause on the average, or I will be putting a clause 1 on the average and second on standard deviation. So a customer is telling you that your average, every 1 minute delay in the average value from 10 minutes to any other value, you will be liable to pay 10,000. But your variation in the process should be in control, and expected variation in the form of standard deviation should not be greater than 2. Right? If customer will say that I need a process which is consistent, consistency of a process I am going to measure in the form of a standard deviation. So if your standard deviation anytime is greater than 2, that means you are liable for the another penalty. So you have to maintain the average, and the same time you have to maintain the variation as well in the process, that my variation should never be more than 2 standard deviation. Was that your question? Did I answer that?
Yes, yes.
Right. So is it safe to say with every data set, our expected standard deviation would be different? So can I consider this as, the benchmark for them?
Your question is incomplete, Shruti. So yes, standard deviation can be, we can set for every process, but every process, because it will depend on the nature of the process, we cannot have the same standard deviation for everything.
Okay, let me rephrase it. For an example, this exact thing I'm doing for 3 different companies, right? So data obviously would be varied, standard deviation would be varied, right? Can
Absolutely,
I benchmark that, standard deviation for them? Okay, this is the expected SD for you, for an example.
As per process.
Right.
As per specific process, if you have the 3, then you can have 3, because you cannot compare the distance from the what we have Earth and Moon versus your home to office. They are completely different. So 1 unit of measurement for the Earth to Moon, when you are measuring, it's maybe in the what? How do we measure the distance for the Earth to Moon?
Kilometer.
Or let's say time. Time will be used measuring as in Earth hours.
Yeah.
And for the distance, when we are measuring the time from home to office, we are measuring the minutes. So you cannot compare 2 units of measurement. And maybe if it is a 1 mile, 1 mile is 1.67 kilometer, 1 kilometer is 1000 meter, 1 meter is 100 centimeter, 1 centimeter is 100 millimeter, 10 millimeter. So the unit of measurement will break. So we have to find out what is my right unit of measurement as per what metric I am measuring. You are earning the revenue in millions, but you cannot pay in millions to the shopkeeper when you are buying the candies. So we have to be very, very careful whatever the unit of measurement for particular process we have. Otherwise, what you will do, that when you are making a product where the product is very, very precise, suppose let's say working for the automobile or medical devices industry, where even 0.01 mm will play a very, very crucial role. You cannot compare these things when you are manufacturing, let's say, steel glass. And the same thing you cannot manufacture when you are making the, maybe let's say you are making a wooden door. Correct?
Right.
So every component, whatever we are using, which have a specific unit of measurement, which cannot be compared. As per the last example you was giving, you have a 3 process. One process, suppose you are taking as an BPO, you are working on the call. Call, generally when customer is calling and customer is resolving their issue, maybe should not be taking more than 180 seconds. Same thing you are doing for a claim processing or the data processing, which is expected to complete in the 10 minutes. Another thing, when you are working on a development of a project, which is expected to complete in the 20 days. So 20 days, if you are getting the standard deviation in the 180 second, absolutely okay. But for the 20 days of the project is there, maybe you can say, I will be taking 20 plus or minus maybe 2 days. Same unit of measurement, you cannot say that 180 second what I am taking, 180 second cannot be, or you cannot measure as in plus or minus 2 days. Can you do?
No.
No. So a specific metric, specific related to the project will have their own unit of measurement, and standard deviation, whatever we are calculating, will be based on that unit of measurement. So we have to be very, very careful when we are representing the standard deviation. It should be represented in the unit of measurement as a standard deviation for particular process what we are going to measure. Clear or doubt, guys? Anyone?
I have a question.
Yes, please.
In regards to the standard deviation, does it have to be compared to a certain aspects that we know that the standard deviation is accepted or not? Or do you get what I'm trying to say? Like there's like we have at this point, this standard deviation shows that we have a lot of variation, means that we have to approach the process in a certain way. Is what I'm saying right? Like because usually sometimes the average doesn't tell us the whole truth. So looking at the standard deviation, sometimes you see something else.
I got your question, and I will be explaining you in the next concept. Can you hold this for a few minutes and you will be understanding by your own? That is the next concept immediately after this. So guys, any doubt about understanding the standard deviation? First question is there. Do we understand the meaning of standard deviation? Is the unit of measurement of variation, and variation is always as low as possible. We should always keep the variation as low as possible. If variation is low, that means consistency is high. If consistency is high, then the predictability will be high. Now, sir, answer to your question, which comes to the sigma level, that how much should be the standard deviation. So you have two things in any of the process. One is the process means what is the width you can tolerate. Width means basically we call as an specification. And now second is the variation in the process, which means standard deviation. All right. So what we have in the process, your standard deviation and the specification ratio should be as high as possible. For example, suppose you have to perform a task, which means minimum you cannot take less than 10 minutes because the process is designed in such a way. But you understand, more than 20 minutes if you are taking, that means it's a defect. So what is the tolerance you have here? Guys?
10 minutes. 10 minutes.
10 minutes. Yes. This is your tolerance. 20 minus 10, which is 10. And now assume your standard deviation of the process is coming as in 2.5 minutes. Right? So when you see the ratio.
What is LSL and USL?
Yeah. Can you explain?
Lower specification limit and upper specification limit. So you have been designed a process, or you are working in a process like as home to office. The distance is that you will not take less than 10 minutes. And this is not that great as well that you will take more than 20 minutes. So you have been given a specification that you should be working between 10 and 20 minutes, right? So my tolerance is 20 minus 10, which is the 10 minute. Suppose your variation on the daily basis when you are going to the office is around 2.5 standard deviation. So what ratio you are getting? You are getting a ratio of 10 divided by 2.5, which is 4. What is the expected? Expectation is it should be around 6 minimum as a good process. So are we meeting the expected result of the standard deviation? No. Let's say my tolerance, your specification remains same. Now I am reducing my standard deviation to 2. So how much is what I am getting as an variation? 5. What is my expectation? 6, which means I have to further reduce my variation. Let's say I will try and reduce this variation to 1.5, assume. So what is the ratio I'm getting? 6.6. I think this is better. So this is what my process capability also called. Somebody was asking me about the capability. I will explain the capability in detail in the measure phase, but as of now, this is your capability where the ratio of the specification divided by standard deviation should be minimum 6, which is as good as process capability 1. Minimum 1 is what the minimum 6 ratio you are getting. So answer to your question, whatever the unit of measurement we have, as per the unit of measurement only will have the lower and the upper specification limit. So how many times your standard deviation can fit between the specification, that is what your sigma level. So your ratio should be minimum 6 or more than 6 when you are just taking the difference of the specification and you are dividing that with the current standard deviation. That value should be 6 or more than 6. That is what the minimum expectation from any of the process, guys. Question for me, please.
Not. Do you mind re-explaining the ratio part?
Sorry?
The part where you speak about the ratio with the 6.7.
Yes. So what is the question about that?
The expectation is, sorry, go ahead.
I didn't get how you got 6. Like
okay.
The process on which you got to 6.7. So you mentioned this expectation is 6 minutes. Where exactly did you get? So this is, I know that you're assuming. Is it you're assuming that it's 6 minutes, or you calculate it somewhere?
Let's see. My lower specification is 10 minutes for any task. Upper specification is 20 minutes. So the tolerance difference between 20 and 10 is 10. Are we clear till here? First part?
Yes.
Now assume the current variation of my process, as I was telling, variation is always lower is better, is first example I have taken 2.5 minutes. So if I divide 10 by the 2.5, I will get the ratio as in 4, where a ideal process ratio should be at least 6. This is the expectation. In the second process, what I did, I reduced my variation from 2.5 to 2. So my ratio became 5 because 10 divided by 2 is 5. So I'm little bit closer to my expectation. In the third
Pankaj,
process,
who is deciding this expectation of 6? Is it manually?
In the further example,
yeah,
I reduced my variation from 2 to 1.5. So then my ratio becomes 6.7, which is almost near to my expectation. So any process, when you ask a question that what is my expected standard deviation, My expected standard deviation from any process as per the unit of measurement is when my ratio of the tolerance and standard deviation is coming 6 or more than 6, that whatever the level I am getting, that 6 as a ratio, that is what my minimum expectation as an standard deviation. It should be that value or less than that value.
But how do we come up with this 6? Like, why is 6 the expectation?
What is 2 plus 2?
4.
Do we have any rule how we came up with the 2 plus 2? 2 plus 2 is always 4 as per the mathematics. What is the value of pi?
3.14.
3.14.
3.14.
Which is the standard, like? Same way, the minimum expectation of any process ratio is 6. We call this a 6 sigma level. Guys, remember? This is not the 6 sigma level. This is the process capability. Process capability is always higher is better. So being a good process, when we'll say I'm meeting my minimum expectation from the process, which means my data will fall within the specification. This is how your data will fall within the specification when the ratio of your standard deviation and the tolerance is coming at least 6. This is the number. It's a constant number. It's not derived from anywhere as of now. I will tell you how do we derive that. Then for that, you have to wait for a little bit more because I don't want to go into that detail now. Let's understand the basic first. So this is what the minimum expectation. If you are expected that you will reach office in 10 minutes. So 10 is the number is coming from your practical or practicality of your process. That office you should be reaching in the 10 minutes. Similar way, when you will say process is meeting your expectation, yes, if the tolerance versus standard deviation ratio is coming as in 6, then you are just meeting your expectations. That's how this number is coming. Prithvi, did I answer your question?
Yes, but so it's a constant that we are assuming that this is our expectation, but you will go, like you said, it's not derived from anything, but we will go in depth to where it came from, or?
I will come to that. Yes, from where it is coming from. I will come to that.
Can I summarize it to see if
yes,
I can
please, Hassan. Yes, Hassan.
Okay. So from the lower specification limit, you get the ratio from the standard and the standard deviation. You get the ratio 4 right now, like 2.5. So our aim is, depending on the ratio that we will get, we should exceed the 6, which is that mean we exceeded the level 6 from the 6 sigma. That's what you're trying to tell us. Like whatever like we have the lower specification limit, okay, and we have the standard deviation. Through that, the ratio should always be above 6. That means we are meeting our expectation of 6 level of 6 sigma level. Is that what you're trying to tell us right now?
Yes, exactly. Okay, but this is not your 6 sigma level. I'm just telling you the ratio is expected as in 6. It is not your 6 sigma level, but the minimum expectation from the process, that any process when you will say it is just mature, which means the ratio of the tolerance divided by the standard deviation should be at least 6.
Should be at least. So anything above 6 is acceptable. Anything below 6 is we should revise it in the process so we can reach that above 6.
Higher is better. Always higher is better. And that's how I was telling your standard deviation is lower is better. So ratio will automatically come higher, because as you are reducing the denominator, your ratio will increase. Which means what is our focus? Our focus is to reduce the standard deviation. This is what I was telling. Standard deviation, if you reduce, which means you are reducing the variation. Clear, guys, or not?
So once, so once you reduce the standard deviation, when you recalculate back, I mean, how do you apply back to the lower specification limit and upper specification limit? Because once you reduce the standard deviation, I think the lower and upper limit will change as well.
No, standard deviation doesn't impact your limit. Limit is what given by the customer. Your office, your manager is telling, I understand you stay 5 kilometers. You will not take less than 10 minutes. So I give you that minimum, you will take 10 minutes. That's the leeway you have. But whatever the far you are living, you should not take more than 20 minutes. First week you have tried, sometime you are reaching 10 minutes, 12 minutes, 15 minutes, 17 minutes. You was having a standard deviation of the 5. Next week you try to be more consistent. So you improve your consistency. So your standard deviation came down to. Next week you again try to improve the consistency, your standard deviation further reduce. So your ratio of the capability of the process, first week was 4, against the 6 is the minimum expectation. Next week you improve further, you became 5, and the next week you improve further, you became 6.7. So now you are at par. So what is you are bringing consistency into the process. Consistency means you are reducing the standard deviation. Is that clear now? Guys?
Sorry, I still a bit lost.
Yes.
When you are saying that the standard deviation is being reduced, means that we are being more consistent. Correct. Right? So when we are being more consistent, basically we are staying in between the lower and upper limit consistently. That is where your standard deviation has been reduced. Correct?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, got it.
All right. Any further question?
No.
Okay. So we have the multiple sigma levels. Let's understand, guys. Let me first ask you, what is the yield you are expecting at 6 sigma level in case you heard about, or what is the DPMO you expect? People who are already trained, how much is the output you are expecting from the process? You are, guys, anyone? What is the 6 sigma level expectation from a process in terms of the probability or the yield?
It's 3 in a million or 0.3 in a million, something around that.
Yeah, defect per million is 3.4 generally we say, or yield generally we say 99.9997%. This is generally we say. So there is a concept of short term and long term. This was, okay, let me just tell you about the sigma, this history about that. How Six Sigma started. There is a person, his name is Mr. Bill Smith, whom we call as an father of Six Sigma as well. He was an engineer with Motorola. And you know, Six Sigma started by Motorola somewhere around 1986. How does it started? So one day, board meeting of Motorola was going on. Motorola was doing very good business. But Mr. CEO of the Motorola said that, guys, these days we see that our complaints had increased. We have lot of market return and we have lot of rework. If we continue in the similar way, then there will be the day will come when we lose our business and will be nowhere. Though we are already monitoring our process with SPC. He said we are already monitoring our process with the SPC. What is the SPC stand for? Anyone? SPC stand for Statistical Process Control. Which was developed by Mr. Walter A. Sheward in somewhere 1920. So CEO said that we are already monitoring our process with the SPC, but it seems it's not working out. Then Mr. Bill Smith says, yes, we are monitoring the process with the SPC, but just monitoring is not enough. He said, now we have to improve the process statistically. Instead of monitoring the process, we should work towards improving the process statistically. Then Mr. CEO liked this idea very much. And he said, okay, Mr. Smith, now you are giving this suggestion. Can you please develop a program to improve process statistically? This is what Mr. CEO said. Then Bill Smith, along with his colleague, Mr. Michael J. Harry, these two people started working a program that will help them to improve the process statistically somewhere around 1986. Then they came up with a program which is called as a MAC program. And what does MAC stand for, guys? Measure,
Analyze,
control,
improve, control.
Later, in 1997, when GE started implementing Six Sigma, CEO of the GE was Mr. Jack Welch. He said that something is missing in this program. This program is incomplete. What was missing? Anyone? Define was missing. He focused a lot on define. Let me give you a brain teaser and answer my question. Be careful, please. If I ask you to jump from an aircraft without parachute, if I ask you to jump from an aircraft without parachute, so what are the chances of survival?
100%.
100%.
You are jumping from an aircraft without parachute. Listen the question.
But that is grounded.
Depends
Yeah,
on
it is not in the air, no.
Not in the air.
0% chances, yes or no?
Yes.
Depend on the factors that you want to give.
You have to define whether the plane is flying or not.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Is it flying?
Exactly, Eric. That was the question. That was the situation. You have to define the plane is flying or not. General assumption for the people mind what will come. Aircraft is meant for the flying, and I'm asking you to jump from the aircraft without parachute, which means it would be flying. That is what my assumption is. But this is not the fact. I ask you, what are the chances of survival if you jump from the aircraft without parachute? Now, plus clause is when aircraft is standing on the runway. That's how I complete my statement, which means I'm defining the situation. So Mr. Jack Welch found that something is missing, which means we are not defining the situation directly. We are jumping for the measurement. And that's how in 1997, this MAC program became the DMAC. So MAC was introduced by Motorola, and this DMAC was introduced by GE, Jack Welch in 1997. And now do we understand the importance of defining? Why it should be defined? So that's the reason we should define. We need to, before we solve any problem, we need to understand the problem. You remember what Mr. Einstein says? Albert Einstein.
He said lots of things.
Yeah, other than the theory of
Which one you want to
relativity.
say here?
I'm telling other than the theory of relativity.
That I
He
don't know.
said, okay, he said there are 60 minutes to solve a problem. He said, if you give me 60 minutes to solve the problem, I will spend 55 minutes to understand and 5 minutes to solve. So understanding the situation is far, far, far important than jumping into the conclusion or solving the problem. That's what Mr. Einstein says. So that's the reason Six Sigma is all about understanding the current situation and then prescribing the solution. Directly, we do not jump into conclusion. Directly, we do not jump into the solution until we do not understand our problem. Clear?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
So what is the sigma level of the process? Let's go back. So this person, Michael J. Harry, he is the one culprit. I'm using this word why? Because he has given us a theory which is not at all relevant. Starting has done because these are the two people. They were developing this Six Sigma program. So everyone was very excited. Okay, they are doing something. So whatever they will say, everyone will agree that. And that the same thing happened. Michael J. Harry has given us a concept which is for the short term and long term. What is the short term and long term? He said, if you are collecting the small set of data, like as few samples, smaller data. Small data means few data points. Then your standard deviation will be smaller, which means the variation in the data will be small or low variation. If you the same thing, you collect data for the large scale, then your standard deviation will increase. But this theory doesn't apply. At that time he studied because everything was manually. So when the people are in the excitement, initially they will start work, they will work consistently. And later they will say left and right and nobody is watching, and then we start working on their own way. And that's how the variation was increasing. But there is not, this is not a theory related to statistics. So what he said? He said, if you have the long-term sigma, so then your short-term sigma will be much higher than that. So long-term is equal to short-term plus 1.5, which means if you transform this equation, short-term will be equal to long-term
minus
1.5.
I have written ulta here. So this will be your short term is equal to long term plus 1.5, or long term is equal to short term minus 1.5. This is what he said. Remember one thing, short term does not exist. There is nothing called short term. Whatever you are going to learn, all the formulas, either it's a manual formula, you have the Excel formula, or you have the Minitab, which is the software you are going to use for the statistical analysis. Everything give you the long term. Everything is going to give you the long term. So short term does not exist, which means there is no concept called as a short term. But still, many of us are confused what is the short term or long term. And that's how you was telling 99.9997% is the yield. Is this Six Sigma? Guys?
No.
Then?
That is actually.
What is this? What sigma level? 4.5 sigma. When you say 3.4 defect per million, is this Six Sigma? No.
Yes.
This is your 4.5 sigma. And I will prove it. So misconception what you have, which was all created by Mr. Michael J. Harry, and we are still suffering because of that. Because he has taken the first mover advantage. Whatever he said, everything is followed. Still people are following. Nobody is using their brain. But now you are in the class. So it's my responsibility, my moral responsibility to clarify all your things. Right? You should not be in the same what the people are following. You are a black belt. You are not a layman now. So this is your 3.4 DPMO is your 4.5 sigma, not the 6 sigma. This is the last concept for today, and I will leave you with a lot of doubt, which you are going to ask me tomorrow. So let's understand. We say 6 sigma. So let's say this is sigma level. I am writing as a short term. So if you are using 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, or 1, then what will be the sigma level long term if we want to convert this? People? As per this formula?
6 plus 1.5.
Minus
minus 1.5. 4.5.
If this value minus 1.5 will become 4.5, this will be 3.5, 2.5, 1.5, 0.5, or minus 0.5. Clear?
Yep.
You are telling about this yield. Let's say what is the 6 sigma level yield we are expecting. Let's say this is yield for the short term. Short term means if this is the value I take this 6, what will be the yield? So there is a formula in Excel which is equal to norm S dist. NORM-S-DIST. If in this formula you are selecting your sigma level, it will convert into the yield percentage. So what yield I got? Almost 100%. If I see the decimal, see here. Till the place of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 decimal place, I am getting 999999. This is what the yield I am expecting from a 6 sigma level. While this 99.9997 is equivalent to 4.5, which I am going to prove you now. So long term is equal to, if the same formula I copy here, is equal to norm as this, select the 4.5, and this formula is going to give you 99.9997%. Can you see here? And this is 4.5. And the same thing I copy and paste, and you will get the equivalent yield to each of the sigma. Now, what is the defect?
I am unable to understand this again.
What you did not understand, ask me please.
That is like sigma level 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We took as a the 6 sigma level. We took it. How we got it this sigma level and long term 4.5 is like.
As per Mr. Michael J. Harry, he gave this concept.
Okay. So yes.
And which is a myth. But I have to clear your myth. So I'm telling you, long term is equal to short term minus 1.5 second line, which I did here. 6 minus 1.5 is your 4.5. Clear, sir?
Yeah, clear.
And I'm just converting this number into the yield percentage by using the Excel.
Excel, you use the norm dist. Okay. Yes. And same
so which
goes
is
with
converted?
Next. Yes, L column.
So this is how I got it. Clear now?
Yes.
Okay. Now what is the defect? Defect is 1 minus yield percentage, right?
Correct.
100% minus yield. So what is my defect short term? Defect short term is equal to 1 minus yield short term if I do. So you are telling how much is the defect I'm expecting at 6 sigma level? 0.0000001%. What is the defect I would be expecting on the long term basis is your 0.000314 should come, which is the 3.4 defect out of a million. I just copy paste. I will be converting this into the DPMO as well, so you will understand better. So now if I use Can I convert this percentage into the DPMO? Anyone?
Yes.
How?
I think there's a formula, right?
No, simple mathematics. You have the percentage, you have to convert this into the million. So what you will do? Multiply by million.
Multiply by million, right?
So this is your short term if I say. So how many defect I would be expecting out of a million? 10 power raised to 6, which means less than 1 defect, 0.00099 defect out of a million if it is a 6 sigma level process. And if it is a 4.5 sigma level process, how much I would be expecting? Let's see here. This is your defect. Multiply by 10 power raised to 6. How much? 3.4.
3.39, 3.40.
So what is your doubt is clear that 3.4 defect out of a million is not a 6 sigma process. It is a 4.5 sigma process.
Correct.
6 sigma doesn't exist. Up tak we were all living in a myth. So now myth is broken. The people who already understand 6 sigma, I am sure this will be eye opener for you.
Thank you, Pankaj.
Guys, clear?
So almost every company these days they are running either 4.5 or below.
People do not understand what sigma level they are. They are calling 4.5 sigma as a 6 sigma because they never,
Correct.
their myth is never broken. They are always, they are living in the dark. They really don't understand what is this sigma level. So please remember, you cannot calculate anything on the short-term basis because all the formula what Michael J. Harry and the Bill Smith they have designed to calculate everything on the long-term basis. You can calculate short-term only when you are adding 1.5 into the long-term. Long-term only exists, short-term does not exist. So everything, whatever we will calculate either in the Excel, in Minitab or in manual formula, which I will be taking you through all three things, we are just calculating long-term. We are not calculating anything as in short-term. All right. So I think for today it is enough. Tomorrow we'll meet again and I will tell you many more concepts like this. So let me take a quick feedback. How do you like the session, the way I'm delivering? Any complaint, any suggestion? Let me take first, and then I will hear from the positive feedback from you people.
Pankaj, I have a question over here.
Yes.
Can we continue this tomorrow?
Yes, this is what
I mean to say this topic, whatever just now you are taught us that's STLT yield defect, STLT then this last one.
Yes, we'll do tomorrow.
This is the only thing.
Yes.
Just a small, just a quick recap.
We will
for this only. I mean, okay then, no problem.
Okay.
Will you be able to share the Excel sheet with us, or is it going to be?
Yes, I will be sharing right away in your chat box. So the people who are in their comfort zone, lying arams in the bed in the evening, okay, this is sleeping time, let's watch in the mobile. They people may not be able to download this because your Zoom chat does not support any of the file, like as I'm adding here. You cannot download, but the people who are there in the system on your laptop or desktop, you can definitely download it. So
maybe you can share it on the WhatsApp.
Yes, sir. I will take care of your comfort level.
This file, like in chat, we will get the link, Pankaj, right now.
I am going to add this right away. First is in your Zoom chat box. The people who are on their laptop, please do this. And as I will close this session, I will be adding into your WhatsApp chat box as well. So I was looking for some kind of complaint from you people, that what kind of complaint you have now that from this session.
Honestly, the way we threw our questions, I was hoping you would be complaining more about us. But then I have all the good things about you as how patient you were, especially with all sorts of questions. So I really appreciate this.
Thank you, Shruti. Any suggestion, any apprehension from anyone? Guys, because I would look for the negative first so that I can improve those things will be helpful for me to deliver as well as for you people to understand.
I think, just to say that just now you mentioned short term doesn't exist. So today is just the first session. So it doesn't exist in terms of negative.
Right. Yes, then I will wait for the negative for the few more days and then I will get the negative. Huh? Okay. All right. No problem, guys. So any suggestion from anyone, please help me to
Yes, sir.
understand.
And first of all, I would like to thank you for the session. Secondly, it's not a complaint, it's just a small suggestion. I know that this is our first class and I don't mean to offend you or anyone. I know that we threw a lot of questions today, but I think we should be more concerned about the timing. It's a bit hectic it's easier to manage the day when you know exactly from what time to what time you'll be obligated with the class. Other than that, the class was amazing. Thank you, sir.
We'll take care because today is the day one. I don't want to leave in between any topic. So that's how we continue this topic. So, but tomorrow onwards, I will take care of that as well. We'll try. There may be a plus or minus
sir, and I don't mean to offend you again. I apologize if...
No worries, sir.
Thank you very much.
Maybe sometime, maybe plus or minus few minutes may happen because I don't want to leave topic in between. But yes, I will try to take care of the timing as well.
Thank you, Pankaj, for such a positive and good start.
Thank you, guys. So anything else which you want to share with me before we close the session? This Excel sheet is already in your chat box, Zoom chat box, as well as in your WhatsApp chat box.
Thank
Both
you.
the places it is there.
We have just
appreciate your time. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Really
guys.
appreciate your patience. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank
All
you,
right,
sir.
people, I will see you tomorrow again, and then we'll talk about the next level of the concept.
Thank you.
Yep.
Please
Thanks, Pankaj.
review
Thanks,
the check.
everyone.
Thank you. Please review this check Excel sheet.
Sure.
Find out if
Sure,
something
sure.
is not there, I can add into this. Or if it is anything, please, when you will do the practice, you will understand automatically, though there is nothing for the practice today. But yes, ask me the question. I will answer every question.
All right. Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you so
guys.
much.
Bye-bye. Thank you. Good
Take
night.
care.
Take
Bye-bye.
care.
Good night.